Welcome. Next stop, the Fashion Bunker. Please sit back, relax and enjoy your journey.
Hello? Hello, everybody. Peace, 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 peace. Welcome to the weekend extravaganza in the Fashion Bunker. Hi, everybody. Hello, Caroline Steele, Jen O, Mr. Puppy, V-Sense, Leslie Craven, Baba Believing Christian, Debbie, Caroline Steele again. How's it going? Ampersand. Whoop, 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 whoop. Ampersand. Kari. Catherine of Sweden, darling. Brittany Heavenly. Steph. Shikma. How's it going, you guys? Sung Yung Park. How's it going, sweetie? Hello, everybody. Thumb up the live stream. You know, don't do this at home, kids. It's just when it's itchy and you don't want to ruin the hair, you just... Anyway. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are just coming out of a 2.5-hour pre-show live stream exclusive to Tier 2 members and patrons. It was one heck of a live stream. We were talking about a lot of exclusive stuff. We were filming some videos that are gonna come to the main channel later on. So if you are a Tier 2 member or patron, you get to see them before anybody else. We were also talking about the upcoming Chanel launches. That remains an exclusive to the pre-show. And much more. But the main show, we're talking Louis Vuitton. I kid you not, so many Louis Vuitton. This is all around me. We're going to do this little comfortable, cozy summer show and tell, plus an unboxing, a Louis Vuitton unboxing. The Louis Vuitton unboxing that we're going to have today was supposed to arrive on my birthday, but it really took them a long time to make it, because it was on back order, and it's a gift from my mom. So hi, Mom. Thank you so much for my birthday present. So I really wanted this, and Mom said, I'm going to get it for you. So we had to order it, and it just arrived. So I'm going to unbox that. Yay. And yeah, it's like chill. Listen, it's summer, you guys. I ain't no fool. I won't bone yesterday. So I know, I'm very well aware of the fact that, you know, a lot of people are traveling. They're not at home. People are not spending too much time on YouTube. So they're not expecting, you know, this incredibly intricate, complicated production value of every video. So we're just keeping it breezy so that we're just going to go through some gorgeous love of the Louis Vuitton monogram canvas throughout this live stream. So it's just like to relax and chill. If you're like on the beach and you're watching YouTube, you can just like sit with us for a couple of hours and just go through. It's like a living catalog. You know what I mean? Like a Sears catalog, darling, except it's Louis, which is kind of creepy if you think about it. But no, we're going to be talking about these pieces, how to combine them, how they are, wear and tear. It's almost like a collection show and tell, plus the unboxing as well. So, hey, Rachel. Hey, V-Sense. Is the background real location? It's beautiful. Thank you so much. So this Bubbles is perfecting her art, and Bubbles is getting better and better at it. I wonder what this is. And this over there. Also, have you guys seen? We have a new emoji. So in the pre-show, we revealed a new emoji. There you go. Hey, Kev. Kev says, put your bib on. We going on a journey. Yes, the bib emoji with the camellia flower is the brand new emoji. We just pre-launched the emoji on the pre-show. But now you get to, and everybody gets to see it. It's that teal blue with the camellia. Hey, Andre, Jacob, your eyes look today. Oh, thank you. I'm doing the purple tweed palette today. Hey, Madeline. Oh, hey, Amo. Amo asks, what is Bubbles? That is a good question. Bubbles is Streamlabs. You see Streamlabs in the chats. That's actually Bubbles the bot. It's a bot. It's an AI creature that has been part of the Fashion Bunker since 2020, 2021. So it's been like 3 years now, at least. And Bubbles is evolving. And, you know, hey, Rich Mitch. And it's getting a voice and it started talking. And Bubbles is kind of, yeah, Bubbles is a regular of the Fashion Bunker. And as scary as it is, Bubbles is also now doing the backgrounds. Bubbles is in the chats. Bubbles is also a mod. Bubbles also announces every super chat and every tip or donation. By the way, if you wish to tip your host, thumb up the live stream, and here Bubbles can post a little tiny link right there. Come on, Buble. Yeah, there you go. Hey, Joyful Remorse. How's it going, sweetie? Hey, Basic Bag Lady. Hopefully Bubbles doesn't go off the rails again tonight. Well, I mean, Bubbles... Hey, Melanie Rice. Bubbles doesn't... Well, Bubbles sometimes goes off the rails. Hey, Nancy. Well, Bubbles... Listen, why don't we just let Bubbles introduce itself? Bubbles, introduce yourself.
I am Mo, I quote M Bubbles, I hash M Debs' best friend till the end.
Wait, did Bubbles say I am Mo or hi M Mo? Hi A Mo. Okay, Bubbles just said hi to A Mo. You see, Bubbles also started talking a couple of weeks ago. Hey, Eric Q. Hi from rainy Manila. Hey, sweetie darling. Hey, darling. And she responds by throwing 12 cupcakes at me. Yes, basic Bagley. Basically is what Bubbles does. Also, does Bubbles have pronouns? I don't know, Rachel. Bubbles is just, Bubbles does whatever. Sometimes she, he, they, Bubbles is very liquid, fluid. And we have no clue it, but yeah, Debbie thinks it's it. But the name Bubbles comes as an homage to Ab Fab, one of the best comedic TV shows of all time, absolutely fabulous, where Dina Monsoon's personal assistant's name is Bubble or Bubbles. Sometimes Bubbles, sometimes Bubble. And that character is the name also of the bot. Because it like, Bubbles is like my PA during the live streams. So that's why, and I'm kind of like Adina, you best believe. So she never got anything right. I know, basic Bagley. That's what Bubbles does too, usually. Leslie says, does Bubbles have an opinion about the Hollywood strike? Well, don't give Bubbles any weird ideas. Otherwise it's going to go on strike. I don't know. I mean, I loved seeing Fran Drescher giving the statement about the strike, and you know, she is the president of SAG-AFTRA. Fran Drescher, the nanny, yes.
Should I strike?
What? Joe, I strike? Joe, we did it, Joe. I don't understand a word Bubble says. Oh, should I strike? Yeah, wow, the pronunciation, Bubbles. Okay, so Bubbles asks, should I strike? No, you shouldn't strike. Yes, Murphet, Jane Horrocks is Bubble in Absolutely Fabulous, the actress. David Anderson says solidarity. Of course, solidarity. Interesting to note that there's also, I don't know why anybody isn't talking about the fact that SAG is also criticized. You know, a lot of people were kicked out of SAG when they get older, which is not cool. I don't know what the circumstances are, but if you're an actor that's kind of retiring, you can't act anymore, you need the health insurance that SAG, that you paid for years and years while you were in SAG, right? And to get kicked out of SAG is kind of, But SAG was sued and SAG lost and SAG had to pay back for the elderly. So I don't know. SAG does a lot of great stuff, but I've been hearing also sketchy things. So it's great to have a union. but that union should really be fighting for what's best for your interests and not kind of kick you out when you can't afford it. If you've been paying for years and years and years when you could afford it, and then when you can't afford it, like they kick you out. I don't know. Allegedly. But so there's that. Louis Vuitton monogram canvas. And the heritage and the classic that is the monogram canvas. You know, we're going to talk about that. Ring, 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 ring. Hello? Well, if I live and breathe, if it isn't Audrey Hepburn, sweetie darling, well, what are you doing calling us from the heavens up above? How's it going up there? You're having fun? I'm glad to hear that. It's breakfast at Tiffany's every day up there, isn't it? Yeah. No, yeah, you're watching the live stream. Oh, you can't wait to see the monogram pieces because you miss them? Audrey, listen. I have one particular piece, well, actually two, just for you. You want me to start with them? You're super giddy? All right, Audrey. So I'm going to show you the piece you've been waiting for, right? Because that's your favorite. Yeah. Now, I know. Well, I don't have your size because... No, I'm not body shaming. No, not your size, not your body. No, the size of the bag. Yeah. Well, they changed it. They modified. It's a bit bigger now. Well, I think I'm taller than you. You were tiny. Did you forget how tiny you were? Girl, you were the skinny legend. With your speedies. Yes, I know you used to travel with your speedies. Yes, so we're going to begin homaging you. Okay, Audrey Hepburn? All right, my love. Okay, keep watching. Don't get too giddy. All right, Miss Holly Golightly. Love you loads. Bye. Take care. Ta, 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 ta. Well, Audrey called us from the heavens up above, and she wants to see the speedy, so let's begin with the speedy. Luella Annabeth. Here it is. Luella Annabeth is the Speedy 35. Obviously, Audrey Hepburn did not have such a big Speedy. Hers is closer to the 25 version. She had several Speedies. She looked so elegant and stylish traveling with her Speedies. They aged so gracefully together with her. I mean, this is my favorite bag, y'all, from Louis at least. And in terms of practicality and user friendliness, this is the best luxury bag ever made. It's super light, very capient, and you can fold it. You know, I always fold it when I travel. So I have these folds, but the folds go out if you stretch it out. Don't worry about that. But I fold a bag when I travel, and it's folded flat. And then when you arrive, you open it up again. Has this gorgeous little zipper pull. It's patinaing really nicely. So this is a bag that was first developed in the 20s. And I do own a size 30, 35, and this is the second one we're showing for Audrey. I have a little munchkin version. So this is a Luella Annabeth. That's how I named my Speedy. And this is Tallulah, the little munchkin Speedy. Yeah, they're best of friends. So unfortunately, I've been told that the size 35 without the bandolier is discontinued. Can you believe? They keep discontinuing more and more sizes. The size 40 was discontinued about a year or two ago. They used to have also a Speedy 45, not a Keepall 45, which they still have. The Speedy 45 discontinued many years ago. Then the Speedy 40 discontinued. Now the Speedy 35. They still apparently do the Speedy 35 with the bandolier, but without the bandolier is the one that I like the most. It's the Audrey Hepburn version. They don't make it anymore. So you either get whatever's left over or that's that. Who knows if they're going to bring it back. They want you to start... Yeah, I know. They want you to start buying the leather versions. And so they brought Pharrell Williams to the table to design for them some leather pieces, which I'm like, girl, ain't gonna happen. Not on my watch. I'm not gonna buy your leather pieces. I'm sorry, Louis. This is Louis Vuitton for me. 80s vibes, all those gorgeous 80s movies like one of my favorite ones where they showcase a bunch of Louis Vuitton pieces is Troop Beverly Hills with Shelley Long showcasing a bunch of really, really awesome Louis Vuitton pieces. But the 80s design, slightly different to what we see today. Melanie Griffith in The Bonfire of Vanities, also a cab full of Louis Vuitton luggage as she arrives to New York City and is picked up by... Wait, who was she having an affair with? Oh, Tom Hanks. Bruce Willis is in that movie as well. But so I purchased Luella Annabeth back in January of 2023. So it's very new still. I haven't used it that much to warrant it, like a proper wear and tear scenario. Hold on. Damn it. I'm always hunting down these bitches. So it's a scenario where if you don't recall, as they say in the court of law, I don't recall, I have shot a 5-episode series, live streams and not, about the saga and the drama of the Speedy, because they did not want to sell it to me. The sales associate was alleging stuff that was not true. And so there was a huge debate and discussion about this. And because I was traveling, this wasn't in my hometown or in my home country. So it was really difficult. I was in contact with my sales associate from my Louis. Such a mess. But anyway, all got solved because it was really hard to get the Speedy 35 already back in January, because I guess they already stopped production but weren't officially announcing it. Like on the website, the bag was still available on the website. But anyway, so I got the bag back in January. It was really, really dramatic, but I'm so glad I got it. I love it to bits. The size 35 is my favorite size of the Speedy as of now. I mean, if I had the chance to get a 40, like when they still made a 40, maybe the 40 would be competing as my favorite with the 35, but the 35 is really fine. Like, it fits my laptop. It fits, you know what I mean? It's great for work purposes. And it's very sturdy, very, very sturdy. It does have an interior pocket with a zipper pull that they didn't used to have those in the past. The Speedies had just like a slit, Speedies didn't have a pocket, then they got a pocket, but it was just a slit pocket. And now they got an added zipper as well. So I have a little pillow that I stuff it with. And the pillow is super creepy, but I love it. Look at this. It's a Michael Myers pillow. With a little pumpkin embroidered in the back, because I love my Halloween movie and I love the Halloween season. So Michael Myers is my Speedy stuffer, believe it or not. I do love some moment. There you go. Madeline says, I've recently got a Speedy 25 in Damier Ebene, and it had 3 defects at the same time. The worst was the blatant bad stitching right on top. The customer service denied they don't take quality control seriously. So I had to go through how many Speedies? Like 4? At least 4 or 5 Speedy 35s until I found one without flaws. Because the 4 or 5 Speedies I had to go through all had flaws. The Speedy 35s. It was so hard to get one without flaws. Yeah, quality control, it's like they don't care anymore. Oh my God, let me do a little thing. Without the tip thing. Okay, let me scan. Let me do a thumbnail. Okay, so Basic Bag Lady says, Speedy Stuffer. No, she didn't. Ah! Oh my gosh. I know what you mean. Yeah, okay. When you put it that way, it does sound a little bit iffy, innit? Speedy Stuffer. Basic Black Lady says, anyone remember that giant Alma luggage piece? It was handheld. Was it called an Alma or something else? I remember wondering how anyone could carry it. Yeah, there's like a giant Alma version, but you can carry it. I mean, it's big, right? Hey, Jen, you just missed Michael Myers. He's in here. Okay, let me put Luella Annabeth down. And then we got Tallulah. Tallulah is pre-patinaed, by the way. So I got this while traveling to Melbourne for the premiere of my movie with Vivienne Westwood, Art Lovers Unite. And as a little memory of Melbourne, I got the Micro Speedy in Melbourne at Louis Vuitton at the Chatston Boutique, the Chatston Louis Vuitton Boutique. So it's a great little memory of Australia. So this little thing had to be made in Europe and then traveled across the globe to get to Australia. And now it's traveling around the globe with me. Whenever I travel, I take it with me. So this one is always on the go in my bag. Super cute. Now, the next one, I want to show you also from the Speedy / Keepall family. Coincident. Oh my God, so itchy still. Don't do this at home with pointy objects. Don't do it. Don't do it. I got this as well for the trip to Australia. This is a Keepall 50. With the bandolier. I just took the bandolier off for this occasion, and it has, of course, the name tag, and it has a little belt to connect the two handles. Took all of those off for now. This is a Keepall 50, and I named this one Tabitha. Tabitha the Keepall. Love it to bits. Now, it's a bit tricky to travel with Keepalls when you're flying. Not gonna lie. Unless you're not doing like business, you know, then whatever. But, and you know what? I don't know. It's not even the business situation. It's like, I think times have gotten tougher than they were last year, even like tougher still. So it's, with such a huge logo situation like this, to travel with it, I do feel uncomfortable at the moment. Yeah, not gonna lie. It's very visible, so it's not something that you kind of just, you know, say like, oh yeah, whatever. You know, like, I'm traveling with a Louis Vuitton piece of luggage, and not the best scenario at the moment, honestly, you guys, because people, I don't know, thieves, you know, potential, you know, a lot of stuff can happen. So I feel like this is better for local traveling. Like if you're going to go from A to B, weekend travel, countryside, and you're going into your own car, or you just put it in your car and you go somewhere, you take it out, you put it in your hotel room. Okay, but going through the city with this thing on your back, like this LV logo just flashing, 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 I don't think the times are good for that at the moment. What do you guys think in the chats? What do you usually put in the mini bag? Oh, broken dreams, darling. Broken dreams. Broken dreams. This is just for broken dreams. Tabitha is big and luscious. Yes, David, Tabitha is amazing. Super sturdy. I can also tell you something. It smells so good. So this is the inside. Look how beautiful. I love these colors. The colors are so gorgeous. And I chose this particular pattern for the background because I think it makes the monogram pop in a nice way. But what I wanted to say is I do believe that, well, I can tell you out of experience, because I'm going to be lifting a lot of products here, so you're going to see. Because people have been complaining, that some monogram pieces are like thinner canvas or different consistency. Well, Louis Vuitton has been doing that on purpose, because some bags are just too small to to use a really thick canvas for them. So, but for a big bag like this that needs to be more sturdy, they did use a thicker canvas. So what I'm saying is the Keepall, at least for the Keepall 50, I can tell you, it is such a substantial canvas. It's a very, very thick, sturdy canvas, very old school canvas, almost like it's from the 80s. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous canvas. I love it. Love it to bits. So having said that, the Keepall canvas is different to the Speedy canvas. It's a little bit thicker to the touch. The Keepall canvas feels thicker than the Speedy canvas. For current models, I'm talking about models of bags and products made in, let's say, from 2021 to 2023 as we're speaking now, right? So that was the family. Yes, there's also a Speedy 30 in my collection. It is in the archive at the moment. But yeah, I wear a small Louis Vuitton crossbody if I am taking public transport, says Murfett. Don't feel comfortable for bigger bags with a glaring monogram at the moment. Yeah, I also don't. I love it to bits, but... Gotcha, oh la la boom says, love broken dreams. Yeah, that's all that's... You can stuff a lot of broken dreams in here. Nanzi says, I have a vintage 50 and haven't had a place to bring it. Not church camp, not church traveling, not on planes. It looks great in my closet. Yeah, it kind of is one of those bags that just looks great hanging around. But like to travel with it, it takes that effort to kind of muster the courage to actually go out with it. Because it's a lot of logo. Fortunately, What brand would you say makes up most of your luxury collection? Well, I would have to say Chanel, just because, well, it depends. Like, are we talking just quantity of products or categories? Because truth be told, from Chanel, I have all categories, shoes, clothing, accessories, costume jewelry, real jewelry, fine jewelry, eyewear, makeup, perfumes, skincare, headwear, like caps, hair bands, bandanas, shirts, shoes, bags, bracelets, rings, necklaces, earrings. I mean, from Chanel, I literally have like everything that a brand could offer possibly for a wardrobe. From Louis, I maybe have more accessory pieces like monogram, but I don't buy clothes from Louis Vuitton. You know what I mean? I don't buy jewelry from Louis Vuitton. I don't buy costume jewelry from Louis Vuitton. So it's much more limited, the amount of products that I would buy from Louis. But because for me, Louis is the monogram canvas. For me, Louis is not clothing. I'm sorry, Louis. I do have a pair of shoes from Louis Vuitton though. The slides. Also in monogram, which like kill your feet. You can only wear them with socks, not barefoot. So, I learned very well to like not buy Louis Vuitton shoes after that. Yeah, I would say Chanel the most. If we look through categories. And Vivienne Westwood also a lot, because Vivienne Westwood also have a lot of clothes and accessories, costume jewelry, shoes, bags. So Vivienne is also kind of maybe second place after Chanel is Vivienne Westwood. And then Louis, maybe something like that. Hey, Shani D, have you tried Louis Vuitton fragrances? Yes, Shani, I have actually reviewed 20 of them on my perfume channel and on my main channel, so you can check out all the reviews. I even have right here a sample of California Dream, for example. So yeah, I do have but I never bought any. I didn't buy them. I only get samples, and they don't warrant a purchase for me. The only one that I was thinking of buying was the Cactus Garden perfume with mate leaves. And when I was thinking of buying it, they discontinued it. So there you go. The only one I was kind of contemplating purchasing, they discontinued it. Hey Marina, how's it going? Yeah, they're kind of meh and very expensive, David. They're super expensive, but for me, on my skin, they don't do nothing for me really. Kev says, I'm seeing a lot more people with leather bags from Louis Vuitton. Yeah, that's because Louis Vuitton keeps pushing that marketing. They want people to get the leather, and they're really brainwashing the people more and more into getting leather. The sales associates are pushing clients more and more to get leather, and it's kind of working, and they're discontinuing more and more canvas pieces. Such a mess. Speaking of bags, they discontinued this one as well, didn't they? So I got this one from the first batch they made in 2018. The fanny bag. Love it to bits. Such an 80s moment. It's giving me total 80s vibes. This is the fanny bag. Unisex, I want to say. Yeah, for sure. The Vachetta is patinaing really beautifully. So, by the way, the Keepall is made in France. The Speedy is made in France. The Munchkin Speedy is made in Italy. This one is made in Italy. The fanny bag is made in France, if I recall correctly. Let me check inside. Yeah, this one is made in France, and it's a very different canvas to the Speedy. This is a softer, more rubbery feel, like a malleable, like more bendy, more stretchy type of canvas. It's a much softer canvas. So yeah, we'll go. I'm a bit worried that it's going to crack on the sides. But what are you going to do? If it cracks, it cracks. Yeah, I don't think they designed this one perfectly, to be honest with you guys, because right here, so where you bend this upwards, it has this wrinkle and this wrinkle, and they kind of bend inwards, right? So with time, you do get a crease there, and I'm scared it's going to crack when the plastic kind of dries out a little bit. Right there. It's not cracking yet, but it's not the most clever design solution they had. You know what I mean? They could have designed this better. But alas, it is what it is. Maybe, you know what I'm thinking of? Maybe stuffing the side. I'm thinking of maybe putting something in there to give it a straight. Oh no, you can't even do it because they've stitched it closed back there. You can't shove anything in here to keep it from bending. Yeah. I don't know how this can be prevented from cracking. Hey Val, how's it going? Hey Pao, hey Boo, hey SL-chan. Beautiful bag, Jacob, love your patina. I'm just put off by the type of people that wear this bum bag nowadays, too common. Gotcha says, my Dior guitar strap fell apart after 2.5 years. Oh boy. I think they should get Jacob to design their canvas. No, but really, period. Oh, thanks, David. Yeah, I would have designed this much better. So, just to address this issue that you're saying, Boo, you say you don't like the type of people that wear the canvas. Who cares? You're not that person. You're you. And you love it for the reasons you love it. Other people might love it for other reasons. You know I love Louis Vuitton canvas, but I also love my Epi Alma and Torillon Capucines, says Ollie. This stresses me out. But it hasn't cracked, y'all. It's just yeah, the canvas is bent in that section. So I don't know what to do, because if you keep it straight like this, then you get a fold here. If you keep it straight like this, then you get a fold back here. So either, like, no matter what you do, it's complicated. Well, it is what it is. It's going to live the life it lives, and you know, when it's time to go, it's time to go. Now, that time might come sooner or later, but that time is not today. So, for today, we are alive and happy. For today, we function properly. For today, we are still pristine, honey. Yes, we are. There you go. So that's the bum bag I got in 2018, made in Firenze. A relatively older bag that I got, that it's no longer in production. It's been discontinued. I have to shift to the side because, like, me bending like an ostrich like this ain't gonna help my back tomorrow when I wake up in pain and a headache. So this is a poche document, a really big one. I think this used to be called the Grand Modèle, and I got this 13, 14. Let me check the date. Oh my gosh, 2012. Wow. Okay, I got this baby before I even started a YouTube channel. Yeah, this one is from 2012. So this is 11 years old already. Oh, thanks, Debs. Yeah, we got 200 people watching. Thumb up the live stream. We're doing a chill, breezy summer. Oh my God, I'm gonna fall to the front because of this caravan chair. Okay, so we're doing a very, very easy, just get your popcorn, get your drinks, get your ice cream, and just like enjoy the kind of excursion through the archives of the Fashion Bunker together with me. Today we do Louis Vuitton monogram. David Anderson also loves big things. Wink, wink. Ah, yeah, I bet you do. Alex says, I am back from a drag brunch with Detox and Alyssa Edwards. A bit drunk right now. Oh, Alex, how was it with Alyssa and Detox? Did you have to pay to take pictures with them? Were they greedy and wanted money for a meet and greet? I would stuff my laptop in that. Yes, I used to stuff my laptop in here as well, but this is much bigger than a laptop. So what I wanted to say is this. So I got this in 2012. So it's 11 years old. And back then, they used to make them also in this big size. They don't anymore. And also what they used to do back then that they don't do anymore is they would line the entire poche document in leather. Look at this gorgeousness. Look at this gorgeousness. It's made in France and completely lined in leather. There's the stamp right there. I mean, now they don't do this anymore. Now they line them in microfiber or some soft material, some textile, but not in leather. And of course, they make them cost more. Interesting. But back then, this was a great price. And I remember it kept increasing every like 3 or 4 weeks. They kept upping the price of this one. And it was insane. So I bought it when it was under $500. This was like 400 something. Now you could forget about it, that price. Amy Van Dyke says, when quality was king, yeah, best believe. And it's such a sturdy canvas as well. Gorge the quality, says CC. Yes, it's really, really gorgeous. But it is 11 years old. It's not sticky. You know how sometimes canvas gets sticky? But I definitely need to use this more, because the more you use it and the more actually the canvas lives a healthy life. If you store them away and you don't really touch them and use them often, then there are issues. You know, the canvas can go stale and can become kind of sticky because the soft makers kind of evaporate from it. So it is always advisable to use them, to love them and to use them, because they like to be used and touched all the time. Katie says, very handsome. Thank you. Kev says, just ate a full tub of rose ice cream. I can't. Oh, that's delish, honey. So that was beautiful. One of the earliest pieces, one of the earliest canvas pieces that I got was that one. You know. Then, oh wait, I have to put my little filler tissue paper back in to keep it nice and soft. Hey, Ana Lopez. All your pieces are chef's kiss. Oh, Anna, very kind of you. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't really fall for the trend hype. You know what I mean? Like I mostly go for what's classic and what I know I'm never going to get bored of. And it really paid out well for me because the choice I made was right. I really never get bored of these pieces. And sometimes even if I don't use them for a certain amount of time because, you know, they don't suit my lifestyle in that moment, like if I don't have a laptop or documents to carry with me. Actually, I use this as a clutch sometimes. So you can put your sunglasses in here. You can put your wallet in here. You can put your agenda in there. You can put a little foldable umbrella in there, tissues, like, and you just, you know, put it under and you go. We'll go. So, but I haven't used it in a bit, but whenever I kind of take it out of my archives, I'm always super happy to see it again. I'm like, oh, there you are, you beautiful creature. So anyway, there's that. We got 200 people watching and we don't even have 100 likes. You guys, come on, thumb up the live stream. It really means the world to me, but also to the channel because, do I have a hair here? Because the algorithm really needs to know on YouTube that the video is good quality. And if we don't even, you know, if we don't even manage to get like 200 likes during a live stream, then YouTube is going to say like, okay, this video, he did all this work for nothing. We're not going to show it to people. You know, that's how the algorithm works. Also, after the live stream, if you're watching this video, after the live stream, thumb it up because it does make a huge difference. It does make a huge difference for the algorithm. So thank you so much. 124 locks to 126 likes. Let's get to 200. Whoop, whoop. Right, retouch the makeup a little bit because I was getting oily. It's not even oily. I'm just wet. I'm sweating. It is so hot here. And I can't really turn on the big air conditioning because it's loud and then you won't be able to hear me on the microphone. Alas. So we're going to sweat through this, y'all. Together. We're going to sweat together. Thank you, James, for thumbing up. Oh, Rachel says they make it so hard to thumb up now it kicks you out. Oh, really? Carla says, I just got here, didn't even get a live notification. This is so bizarre. YouTube is literally like boycotting me. Raynette says, it's hot here in Seattle too. Yeah, it's insane. You look amazing, says Personal Me. Thank you so much. Jen Hara says, Carla, I didn't either get a notification. Sharon, thumbed up. Thank you. Rachel says, at least on iPhone. Okay, Debbie says, not on Android. No issues with thumbing up on Android. Bible says, this heat is miserable. It's 95 degrees Fahrenheit here today. Too hot for my blood. Oh, for me too, honey. Oof. Now I'm going to show you another piece that I got around 2012 or even earlier. This is the piece I use every day. And it has aged so deliciously. Like, seriously. It's the Zippy coin purse. I call it a compact Zippy, but then people say, no, it's not a compact Zippy. Well, anyway, it has actually all my stuff inside, so I'm not gonna, well, I can't open, but I can't show you the deets. I can show you this much. So it has all the same leather that we've seen in the Poche Document. So it's completely lined in leather inside. There's credit card compartments in there, like a coin compartment. There's a extra card bill compartment. I mean, this is great. I use it all the time. Look how glossy it became with time. Look how shiny it is, because you know you use it all the time. This is why I say the canvas loves to be touched, because the more you touch it and the more you rub it and use it, and the nicer patina it gets. So it is kind of very different to, let's say, a more modern piece, a newer piece that I don't use as much just yet, like that I just got for my birthday as well. Look at the difference. Look how much darker this turns and kind of glossier with time. So I just got the agenda, the table agenda, the notebook table agenda for my birthday. Thank you so much. But you can see the difference. So if I use this agenda a lot, it's going to become like this with time. Yes, so the canvas also does patina, not just vaqueta leather, but also the canvas. And I've never needed to reservice this wallet. The gold did at a certain point kind of, you know, peel off. It used to be gold plated here. Now it's silver underneath, but that doesn't matter. I'm still fine with it. And you know how nice my sales associates are? Every time they see me with the wallet, they ask me like, hey, Jacob, if you want, we can exchange this. It's super easy. We can just give you a brand new zipper pull, you know, coated with the gold, and you have it new again. And I always say no. I want to keep my baby the way it is. I love it the way it is. I love that it has, you know, changed to silver with time. Rachel says, Jacob, love that little guy. Is it still made? Yes. CCM says, got the same. Best wallet ever. Hands down, the best wallet ever, y'all. I've had it over 10 years. It's just amazing. And like I said, I don't even care for this, you know, that kind of the gold has gone out. It's all silver. I don't want to. And they would do it for free. You know, they told me like, oh, we can just like exchange it and give you the new one in gold. I'm like, no, why? No, it's perfect the way it is. Gonna stroke my canvas every night from now on. Kev, that sounded so ratchet. But yes, we should stroke our canvases more often. I think the world would be a better place if we did. Alex says, I like being touched too. There you go. You see, Alex also likes being touched. Let me put that in my notebook. Dear diary. Dear diary. Like, dear diary. Remember to touch Alex before going to bed. So, love the agenda. And I love the fact that it does not have the rings. And I've just unboxed this a couple of weeks ago for my birthday. And this one is made in France as well. Usually they're made in Spain, but I was lucky I got one made in France. Some people have, there you have the stamp. Some people have been asking me like, Jacob, can you just like choose, like when you're ordering online, can you tell them just like sell me a made in France instead of made in Spain or made in Italy or made in US? No, that's not how it works. You can be lucky and you get it made in France after you've ordered it. But other than that, I mean, if you go into a Louis Vuitton shop, you can ask to see one of these pieces, and then you say, oh, you look where it's made. It says made in Spain, and you don't want made in Spain, for example. Not that made in Spain is bad; it's not at all. But you know, you prefer, let's say, made in France. You can tell them, hey, do you have one more that's maybe made in France? Then they might look for you. But if you're ordering online, there's no way of telling them, hey, can you send me one made in France? They don't do that. You get what you get. You can send it back if you don't like it, but you can't like tell them, I want a made in France version. David says, what a gorgeous gift. Someone's a lucky boy. Thank you, David. Oh, Amy.
Aimé donaté de $30. Thanks for all the advice and braving the it for us.
Hit it, Bubbles. Thank you so much. Thank you. So generous. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you so much. Let me tell you one thing. This is my favorite of the agendas because it doesn't have the rings. And you can slide in here whatever size notebook you want. I mean, it's an A5 format. So I found this on Amazon. I really like it. Rhodia. It's a great quality notebook. They have different colorways, but I chose this kind of orangey vibe because I think it goes really well with Louis. And I bought the lined version of the notebook. Really good quality. Love the smell as well. Oh, Amy. Wait, is this the same one or another one?
Aimé donaté de $30. Thank you for all the advice and braving the it for us.
Oh, thank you so much, Eating. Yes, Quinn. I don't know if this was like a second one or the same one. Hey, Vomitella. How's it going, sweetie? A5 notebooks. Yes, Debs. A5 notebooks. But you can also get a slightly bigger notebook. Just don't overdo it, you guys, because you still want to have a little bit of space here and down here, because you don't want the notebook to be too long, because it might kind of cut into this stitch. Oh, Amy, my love, thank you. Amy says, no, I sent you 2 tips. It's too hot. Thank you so much, my love. Thank you. Notifications are delayed. Yes. Notifications are delayed. Oh, Eileen. I like to keep my speedies well stuffed.
Eileen donaté de $10. I like to keep my speedy well stuffed. Too?
Big heart. Thank you so much. Yes, we love a stuffed speedy. Sorry, I'm just putting the notebook back in. So you don't want to have the notebook too big because there is a stitch here. And if your cover is goes too much upwards or downwards, you might kind of cut through that stitch. So this is why when Louis says this is an A5 notebook agenda, there's a reason why they're telling you put A5 notebooks in here and not bigger. You know what I mean? But I do love the fact that it doesn't have rings because there's no perforation in the leather. It's just super clean. You can put stuff in here, back here, in here. On this end, it has a bunch of card slots for business card or credit cards. There's another slot here. Like I said in my unboxing, the only issue I have with this thing is that it doesn't have really a pen holder or pencil holder. But then you could get on Amazon these little like sticky things that you stick to the notebook. And then they have a rubbery, like a, I don't know, like a rubber, like a woven elastic ring, and you can stick the pen through it or the pencil through it, and that thing is glued to the notebook, not to the actual agenda. So this way you can always have a pen with you. I thought that was really cool. So I'm definitely going to get that. Right now I don't need it because you know, this is staying with me around the fashion bunker. So, but when I take this on like longer flights and something and I need to write in here, then I will be probably needing that extra little sticker thing to put on the notebook for the pen. Cam is asking, oh my gosh, Eric. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Eric donated $20. Love and appreciate your hard work in creating consist meaningful content.
Papa Cherry, babes. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. And Kev, that's a good question. Can it fit an iPad mini? Let's see, you guys. I just so happen to have an iPad mini right here. So we'll go. Well, like, do you want the iPad mini to fit into the slot? So let me take the notebook out. And we have the iPad mini with the cover. You can take the cover off as well, but we're just going to leave the cover on. All right, I'm trying to put it in. Oh my God, the puns. It's a snug fit, but it do be fitting. It do be fitting. But it's kind of a tight fit, you know. Like it does kind of bobble up. But yeah, you can. Definitely. It fits. Alex, you always have a snug fit. Love that for you. Stretching slots. Yeah. Or is it the zippy coin purse, Rachel says. Yeah, this is, I think, the zippy coin purse, Rach. Catherine of the double entendre. So it does fit. It's a snug fit, and I do believe it could fit also here. But I'm thinking maybe even better to just put it here. It's not that safe if you put it here because it can, you know, fall out easily. But yeah, totally fits. Even in this kind of side slide pocket. Dario Domenico says, can it fit a Virginie Viard bib? I don't know. But Virginie Viard could turn this into a bib like this. Look at this. And just like that, the Louis Vuitton monogram agenda was turned into a bib. But yeah, I think if you were to put the iPad mini in here, it would stretch it out a little bit too much, so that if you then take the iPad out and you want to, let's say, start using notebooks again, then this slide-in part might be too stretched, and then your notebook might be kind of like flying all around all the time. So there's that to consider. Because, yeah. Let's call a spade a spade. It's not technically an iPad holder, but it can hold an iPad mini. I don't know. So Vomitella Versace, why does she like bibs so much? Okay, so somebody, and if you're in the chats now, let me know who you are because I forgot, but somebody left an interesting comment underneath that Haute Couture Fall Winter 2023 Haute Couture video. Somebody said, maybe Chanel has some rich client from some country where culturally the design of a bib is relevant. And so they maybe Virginie keeps making a bib design every season because they know they're going to have a customer who buys them. And I thought that was a very clever comment because that is the case. Sometimes, you know, if you have a very rich client that loves a specific thing, you'd be stupid not to give it to them every season. That sounded. Anyway, we'll go. I love this little piece so much. So now, speaking of the wallet, right? Another wallet-y type of piece that I would highly recommend from Louis Vuitton, like in their classics range that I really recommend everybody having. The clé pouch. This thing is such a simple object, but it's a masterpiece of design because, well, it's for your keys, but also you can, you know, it comes with this D-ring attached in here. So you can technically attach this to your pants or bag or what have you. I actually put my keys on this, and then you can still close it. And then in here, you can put coins, you can put cash, you can put cards, business cards, headphones, like ear pods, whatever. hair bands, scrunchy, tiny little things. So this thing is actually a wallet. It's a little clutch, but it's also a key holder. So usually what I do normally, so that the keys don't scratch the interior of my bags, I put the keys inside and I close it. So I actually hold my keys in here like this. But a lot of people have the keys outside and use the inside for special things, whatever objects. It's gorgeous. And they make it in different, versions. There's also a leather version. There's a damier ébène version. There's a seasonal patterns they make all the time. But of course, my favorite is the classic monogram, obviously. And again, Louis is very, very good. They line it in leather. So it's that same brown leather like we've seen with the Agenda and like we've seen with the Poche Document. This one is also made in France. I don't know if you can see the stamp in there. But there it is. Love it to bits. I've also had this one for many years. It's virtually indestructible. Not a day goes by that this thing doesn't fall on the ground as I'm unlocking or locking or moving it from one bag to the next. It kind of just falls. No dent, no scratch. I don't even know how is it possible that this canvas is so indestructible. But how long have I had this? Almost a decade. It's amazing. This thing is amazing. Basic Bag Lady says, I have yet to break a clay by overstuffing it, and God knows I have tried. Yeah, this has gone through. I don't know what else to do with this thing. Drive a car over it. It doesn't break. Nothing breaks it. This is awesome. This is really, really, really awesome. It's a tiny little piece, but it brings you so much joy because, like I say about all my Louis Vuitton pieces, they're there for me. They don't let me down. This is what Louis Vuitton is famous for, and they should not forget it. And like them pushing these leather exotics and blah, blah, blah pieces, I'm like, Louis Vuitton is the only luxury travel brand that I kind of trust for travel, right? All of these luxurious things that help you move from A to B. Whether it be a wallet, helps you carry your cards and money. Whether it be a key pouch, helps you carry your key. Whether it be a Speedy, it helps you carry your stuff. A key pole helps you travel with it. They don't let you down. They're not going to fall apart while you're using them. At least the ones I've had thus far, and you see I have quite a few. I can tell you, I'm speaking from experience. I have enough pieces now to warrant a relatively sane, as objective as possible assessment. And I can tell you that none of them have let me down. And I really use them for every circumstance in all sorts of instances and situations. Now, speaking of the Agenda, right? Thumb up the live stream. And thank you for already thumbing up the live stream. And I said, I don't like to, because they do have Agendas also with the metal rings here. And there's also a notebook Agenda with a lock here in metal. That lock is so chunky and heavy and huge. It's just so unpractical to me. I do like this clean aesthetic, doesn't have any perforations. I just love this. But having said that, oh my God, TNT. Renewed. Thank you so much, sweetie.
Visage triste-bar renewed donated $20. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. I greatly appreciate it.
Yes, Quinn. Papa Cherry. Thank you so much. And I was just showing you this gorgeous piece. So I do know what I'm talking about with the rings, right? So this is my birthday present that I got, which I adore. And then since many years now, I've had this little guy. This is kind of a diary. It's like I think this is the Petit model. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they do have several sizes of these. I have been contemplating getting the bigger one, but actually this size is much more practical for me. I've had this for many years and I love it, but I don't use it as a diary. I usually use it for notes and just little things that I have to remember. And it does come with a little clip thing here. And the last time I bought an agenda filler for it from Louis Vuitton was 2018. They make new designs every year and it's kind of cute. This one was made in France. Right there's the stamp. And so, as you can see, it comes with this ring, or several rings. They're golden rings, right? It's that classic gold brass hardware that Louis Vuitton uses. And then to open it, you just pull this and this, these two, you like kind of like press them in and then the rings open and then you can kind of switch and move the agenda and all that stuff. So this one also has a slide pocket in the back. Okay, let me slide this out so you get to see it properly. Anything else in here? All right, so in the back of the agenda, you have the slide pocket and you can put, you know, other notebooks in there. They do also have these like kind of separate extra little slide-in paperlets or notebooks. I think I got this one from Moleskine. It is a telephone kind of notebook agenda that you can slide in here as well as an extra. So that's what I did. And then in the front, you have 3 card pockets, slots. And it is lined in leather. This interior side part is lined in leather. And because it has this clip thing to close it, look what it has. It has that pencil or pen holder that I was talking to you about. There it is. You can slide a pencil through there. So that's what's missing here. But we get it here. They suit different purposes. You know what I mean? Each one of them suits a slightly different purpose. You know, this document version, not document, sorry, this notebook agenda is definitely for more creative endeavors. And this is more for private stuff. It's your diary, maybe also for some documents if you want, you know, just to keep stuff sorted in the right way. Speaking of, let me just quickly put this little notebook back in there so that I don't forget later. Later, Gator. Later. Is it going to do it? Or is it not going to do it? Okay, it did it. So there you go. So that's how this is. All nice, full, snug as a bug. And somebody was saying... Gigi Coops, how's it going, sweetie? It's a great passport holder. That's what I use mine for. Okay, well, you mentioned passport holder. I got you covered. I love the passport holder. Now, hold on. Let me take my documents on it. Yeah, because... Okay, So we got, these kind of all come from the same family, right? These, the notebook, the agenda, and the passport holder. The passport holder is also made in France. Yay. Also lined in leather. So as you can see, and there's a difference between No, they're actually the same size. You know what? You're right. GG Coops, it's a great passport holder. That's what you use it for. Yeah, you can definitely use this for a passport holder, but then you can't put the other document in that slid pocket that I use it for, because yeah, the passport takes up space. But this is the standard Louis Vuitton passport holder. It looks like this on the inside, and you slide your passport here, and then here what I usually do, I keep my flight tickets, like my check-in paperwork, whatever have you. I kind of keep it here and I fold it over, and then if I have any cards that I need, hotel room or whatever, they go in here as well. So this is kind of my travel document. But what I'm just noticing now, what is really interesting, is if we open the notebook agenda and the passport holder, look at this. It's kind of like the same structure, just in small and then in big. They mirror each other. The allocation of these slots for cards is slightly different here, because here on the notebook agenda we have it on the side there. Interesting, right? Tyler says, I never noticed how similar their interiors are. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Oh, hey, Caleb. How's it going, sweetie? So, but they're fabulous, you guys. This leather, it's a good leather. Like, it feels like Saffiano leather, but it's sturdy. Again, it doesn't let you down. It doesn't fall apart. I've been using this for many. My passport holder is also always with me. And look how beautiful it still looks. And I really use it. I don't baby it. But the funny thing is, because I love Louis Vuitton travel pieces like these in monogram canvas, I do care for them. I like them, I care for them. And so I don't baby them, but they make me happy. They make me happy to keep an eye on them while I have a passport. If I were just holding my passport, I would care less for it. But because it's in here, I'm more cautious. So it's a nice vibe, Oh, yes, Caleb. Yeah, you won, like 2 weeks ago, you won a membership. Yeah, you have the we'll go, live in Ferret, die in Ferret, and we have the bib, the brand new bib emoji. Hey, baby Yoda. Louis Vuitton, do they make an photo album cover? I don't know, you guys. Do they? I haven't looked. Tyler says, meanwhile, my Louis Vuitton Cherry Blossom mini agenda looks war-torn and disease-ridden. Definitely getting the classic monogram next time. Yeah, because those extra printed images they don't last long. They do rub off easily. Yeah. But yeah, you're right. Oh, and so also, okay, now here's one piece I have not used yet. Love it to bits, but I guess I bought it because I'm obsessed with monogram. I haven't used it yet, but I'm sure I'm going to find good use for it. And that also belongs to this kind of agenda family. So we have the notebook agenda, little petit model agenda diary. We got the passport holder, and I have the pocket organizer as well. To add to this collection. So as you can see, guys, this is not the trifecta, but the fourfecta, the quadrecta. And let's see how the texture and the structure is inside here. This one, made in France, you best believe. So there's the interior here. I like how folded this is, like kind of like origami style. Interesting that the leather in here is a little bit glossier than this one is a little bit rougher. It's kind of like the finish on this one, and the passport holder is a little bit more rough. Let me see. No, it's different as well. The leather interior here, I mean, it's the same texture, but this leather seems a little bit thinner than this one, just to the touch. But I guess that also has to do with the fact this is a really small piece. So they're not going to maybe take the thicker leather quality that they use for bigger pieces. So they're going to take a slightly, I don't want to say inferior quality leather, but they're definitely going to go a little bit thinner here because it's a small piece. You don't need really thick canvas. It's going to also look quite chunky. And because it's a small piece, you need to be able to fold it nicely. And this fold has to be nice and thin and not bulge out too thick. It's about elegance, you know, of shapes and proportions as well. So the cute thing about this one is that it has a pocket in the back, or yeah, on the side or in the back. So here you can put, I don't know, something that you might need on the go very quickly. So this is called a pocket organizer or a pocket agenda. And I do like this little crisscross design here. I find that very, very elegant. And yes, you do have a slot here and a slot there. So again, we are in this similar type of structure, aren't we? It is kind of similar. And also the passport holder. So they all kind of come from the same family. But you can see how the leather here also reflects light differently because it is more glossy. Well, it depends how, no. You see, it depends on the angle, how they reflect light. They can turn darker or lighter. They can appear glossier or more mattified. But this is what I really love, right? That they all have subtle differences, like slight differences on the interior. They are similar, but not the same. And I love how Louis Vuitton has these levels and you can just put stuff on top of each other and they just live together so well. They're all very buildable. Hey, Norma Trinidad. Rachel says, just bought my zippy and key pouch. Thank you, Jacob. So excited. Oh, you ordered them online? Congratulations, sweetie. Usually the key pouch is sold out online, so you're really lucky you found it. I wish Louis would give me commish. Because everybody, hashtag not sponsored, by the way. I bought all this stuff, okay? Just to be very clear. I did not get it gifted by Louis or LVMH. I just acquired the same agenda made in France. Says Didi Bean. Congratulations, Didi. That's nice. But you guys, you know what? Oh, it's so gorgeous. I'm looking at it from the top now. Okay, so look at this beauty. Okay, when you close them all together, look how they fit. I live for this shit. I am such a geek when it comes to stuff like this. Hold on, let me put it properly there. Yeah, we'll go. Like, look at them. And they're bent in a way so that this one is bent slightly tighter than this one is bent slightly tighter than this one, so they all fall into each other so beautifully. Yeah, I'm such a sucker for stuff like this. Like, this gets me every single time. The attention to detail. So whoever designed the interior of each one of these, they made slight alterations to each piece, so they're not just a shrunk version of the bigger piece. No, it's a different piece because it's a different layout, but they're just so beautiful together. I mean, stationary geeks love this stuff. Timocracy says, I love Louis Vuitton pocket organizers. They're my favorite pieces. Well, there you go. This is one of them. This is such a cutie. But I still have to kind of really start using it, but I'm glad I got it before like 2 price increases. That's another thing to mention. You know, these prices keep going up. So if you find a piece you like from these classics, go for it. If you can afford it, go for it, because they're just going to keep going up in price. Or worst case scenario, they're going to get discontinued, because as we've seen, Louis has been discontinuing heavily their classic canvas pieces, you know. Thumb up the live stream, you guys. Baby Yoda says, how many cards can the pocket organizer hold in the left side? The pocket organizer. Okay, let me see. So in the left side, we got 1, 2, 3, and you can use this one as well. This is 4. But then here you have a bigger slot, but you could put a card here, 5, 6, 7, and 8, technically. Oh, and in the back, 9. So it does have 9 pockets, you guys. And it does have 9 I mean, it's for a tiny thing like 9 pockets. Not bad. But the actual card slots, 1, 2, 3. Let's get to 200 likes, y'all. We are at 170. We need 30 more likes. We can do this. Let's get to 200. Such a gorgeous family of all of these kind of foldable agendas, right? So we have the diary agenda, the passport holder. So when they stand next to each other, and I have them on my shelf or on my bed, if I fall asleep if I'm working on some of these things, I shift them just to the side of the bed sometimes, and they just kind of stand like this. So they work, you know, they work very well together. That's the beauty of, oh, thumb up the live stream. And there's a very, very precise rule that I personally follow. I wouldn't tell you have to do it that way, because obviously I would never allow myself to do that. To each their own. But personally for me, I have always very strictly told myself, Jacob, you will only buy the monogram. You will stick to the monogram and monogram only for yourself. I have gifted to people I love Damier Ebene and other versions because that's what they collect. But for myself, only this. Why? Very, very simple. Because they look so beautiful together. You know, you cannot do anything wrong. The more you have, the more your collection grows and the more beautiful it looks. It really does. Because they all match so well together. And I tell you, the second that you buy a Louis Vuitton canvas in another pattern or a seasonal print or whatever, it's going to clash so terribly with the rest. It's just not going to work. And it's going to be so, it's just not going to look good. Just my opinion. So my tip is always choose which pattern you love the most at Louis and stick with that one. Stick with that one. You will not regret it, because in time, after many years, these pieces really withstand the test of time. I can attest to that because I've had some of these over a decade. And if you stick to that one pattern, and then you collect bit by bit, you know, 20 years from now, you're going to have a ton of these pieces that you've been buying for special occasions, one for your birthday, one for Christmas, one for, I don't know, some special promotion. You know, these are little special trinkets, and you keep collecting them throughout the years. And after 10 or 15 years, if you stick to the same style, you're going to have this gorgeous collection. And these pieces are going to look so beautiful together. They really are. So that's my tip. That way you also never really get tired of them. But the second you start mixing the patterns, like you do a seasonal, you know, pink oversized LV logo version with the Damier Ebene, the Damier Azur, the classic monogram, all of them together, it starts looking messy. Very, very, it doesn't have to. If you know how to put them together, they can also look good. But for the most part, it can look very quickly, very, very messy and not cool anymore. And then all of a sudden you're stuck with so many pieces and they don't really fit together. Then you want to kind of store them all separately, and it becomes a mess. So let's thumb up the video, y'all, the live stream. Thumb up, thumb up, thumb up. Let's get to 200. Basic Bag Lady says, thank you for reminding me that I have a pocket organizer. It's in Damier Azur and I forgot I packed it away. Bibiota says, do you like Damier Graphite? I do on its own, but I wouldn't mix it with the monogram. Mary Robbie says, so beautiful, I agree. I sometimes keep my monograms next to me when I am feeling down, next to me as I'm relaxing. Yeah, I keep them next to me too. They make me feel happy. I know, I'm such a victim, but They're so cute when they're all together. Okay, so but these were the kind of agendas. The foldables. These are the foldables, right? Kind of I've showed you all my foldables. 4. Not too many. Some people have like 50 of them, you know, all different foldables. But I got these 4. I might one day get the bigger agenda thing with the ring, like this one, but with a ring up here. But I do like this more. It just kind of stands on your desk so beautifully. I don't know. I just love it. Anyway. Rot. So that was the wallets, the wallet family. It's so funny. My wallet family is like this ginormous thing. And then like these 2 smaller giblets. Super cute though. And then we had the foldable family. We have the Speedy Keepall family. And then, okay, so how packable these pieces are, they're just amazing. Because the biggest example of that is definitely my favorite example also. It's the Kirigami pouch. And they do make seasonal pieces as well in different colors, different patterns, all sorts of vibes going on. But for me, the OG is the way to go. You do get all 3 in one. So it's not that you have to buy 3 separates. So it's for Louis Vuitton standards, it's a great value, I think, because they do charge you like it were one piece, kind of. Now, I got this a few years ago, so I don't know with all the price increases how much this costs now. But you're getting like 3 pouches for like the price of kind of one. And you get these, this little thing is so cute. But so this is great for cards and coins and what keys as well. This one also for passport. And this is perfect for the iPad mini. This is the actual iPad mini holder for me. But at the moment, I have other things in here. At the moment, I collect my Chanel perfume cards in here. Not perfume, not scented. The Chanel notes that I send myself when I order something from Chanel online, I write myself notes and then I keep them. They are my prized possessions. They're super funny. I write really funny stuff to myself. I have a little silver cloth from Hermes to clean the silver. And then inside I also have this little gorgeous Chanel piece. A little magnetic massager for the face. Oh, there you go. When does it turn like that? Oh, like this. Yeah. So I have this little massage piece in there. And I have all those notes in there, but I'll take it out so that I can show you. The interior of the big pouch is in kind of this mauve, rosy pink. And it is Vachetta. This is Vachetta leather, but painted, dyed in this gorgeous, delicate ballerina pink. But it is Vachetta leather. And this set is made in France. So you can see the stamp right there in gold. And the medium one comes in the same set. So basically, this is how they arrive when you buy them, right? You open it, and then there's this one inside. You open it, and then there's this one inside. And then you open it. Look at the colors. This is the beauty of it, right? That we have that pink, then we have this gorgeous red, and then we have this burgundy, purpley burgundy interior. So, of course, the set was made on the same date. They're all made in France in the same factory. Interesting how Kev says the button on my smallest kirigami tarnished from non-use. Yeah, I don't use this one as much either. So what should I do? Just rub it a little, give it a little bit of life, and then it won't tarnish. But they can exchange the buttons. You know, a Louis can exchange the button for you if you have an issue. So that's great to hear and to know. Love the interior color and how simple they are. They're cut and folded in this position and shape, and then they have this like button to put it together right there. You can see it. There, it's holding it all in place. And there you can have the button. You see the button there as well. The fold. Super easy construction. Like very, very simple, but beautiful. Hey, Linda Pasos. Hey, CCM. I agree with having all monogram. I do have some variations like white or black leather instead of raw vaqueta, but always mono as a base. Interesting. Yeah, gotta rub the button. She likes it. Yes, David, she does. Oh, Catherine of Sweden says, Mary Robbie, I love your comment. Wait, let me see. I missed Mary Robbie's comment. Esberg says, saving my dollars for another Louis Vuitton. Loved it when it came out, but now they over-manufactured it. Oh, the Kirigami pouch? Hey, Lucille. Ciao, bellissimo. Ciao, Lucille and Louise. Come stai? Or come state? A little thing flying. Wait. So where is Robbie's comment? I don't know. Couldn't find it? No, I can't find it. But this thing is... Come to mom. Come to... Anywho. But I don't know. So are you saying that these have been overproduced? Well, the Kirigami pouches come in so many different patterns and materials, variations, colors, seasonal ones. But this is the classic version, right? I mean, I could have opted for a seasonal, but I'm like, I'm the monogram person. I am that monogram person. So, you know, we'll go. Where's that thing? Did I get it? Ah, I didn't. So annoying. All right. It is summer after all, and we do have fruit flies in the building. All right. So that's this gorgeous little selection. Then... Oh, yeah, let's get to 200 likes, y'all. We are at 185. We need 15 more. $15 more. Hey, Vitor, nice. Like an envelope to store correspondence, stationery, and the smallest of business cards, for example. Yes, Mary Robbie says, oh, on my bed, watching YouTube, or working on my planner. You got them near you, the monogram pieces. Caleb says we need a fly emoji. Maybe getting smacked. Yes. Fruit flies in the bunker. Yes, Jen. Hey, Elizabeth. Thank you, Elizabeth, for liking. We'll go. Kev says, let's zoom this, folks. We're so close to 200. We can do this, y'all. What are we, like 185? Shani says, yes, fruit flies. One of the things I hate about summer, along with mosquitoes and gnats. But you know, it's like, because you can't nowadays, you just bring any sort of fruit or vegetable home and they're there. And with this heat in general, I mean, I'm a person that loves fruits and I love veggies and I have always a lot of them and it's just part of life. But what are you going to do? They're annoying because they always like, you know, they find a little route, like how they're going to fly. And then they just do the same little circle. Like, you know, it's like 10 of them have one brain cell to share amongst all 10 of them. And it just, and you're like, okay. And they're like, and you're like, okay. You know what I mean? I have not seen the new Insidious yet. Oh, David made a great question. What is it? Oh, are you wearing any scent today? What's a classic monogram scent? I am wearing Rive Gauche by Yves Saint Laurent today. That's what I is wearing today. So that's these. Now, I also want to show you the other trifecta, but I didn't take the 19 out. Darn. Forgot. But whatever, doesn't matter. We got the 26 and the 15. Another amazing trifecta. But again, why did I forget to take the Poche Toilette 19 out of my archives? Because I almost never use the 19. I always use the 26. This one, you might all remember Lady Diana stepping off the boat with Dodi Al-Fayed with her Poche Toilette 26. She used it as a clutch, which is kind of what I do as well a lot. But also the love of my life, the 15. I use the 15 the most. And then after the 15, it's the 26. Ah, thank you so much, Catherine, for the super chat. The super sticker with the lemon.
99 pence super chat from Catherine of Sweden.
Papa Cherry Bubbles. Quinn. Thank you so much, sweetie. So there is also the size in between it, which is the 19, and I didn't take it out of the archives, but I don't use it that much. For now, that can change at any moment and at any moment, but I do use these a lot. And in particular, the 15, you know who else uses this? LaToya Jackson. So when LaToya Jackson started, there was a reality TV show, like, I remember the song, like, La 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 LaToya, but what was the name of the show? Not Living with LaToya. Well, anyway, it was like her reality TV show, LaToya's Life, something like that. And she would always walk around with the little tiny 15. This would be her little clutchlet. And she would always kind of have it with her wherever she would go. On camera, always. She would always have this little thing. Super adorable. And truth be told, up until that moment, I always thought to myself, well, because the price difference, now they've discontinued them. Because Louis, again, doesn't want you to have the amazing pieces, right? They kind of reissued this one with leather inserts, so ugly now, and they made it cost like 3 times as much. Maria Paras, thank you so much.
$14.99 super chat from Maria Para.
Papa Cherry Bubbles. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, sweetie. Yeah. So they added like the leather inserts on this one, and then they added the, what's this? They added the leather inserts, they added the leather panel on the side, and they made it cost like 3 times as much, which is ridiculous. So, but the OG, it had this, like a synthetic insert that you could wipe off because it's supposed to be a toiletry pouch. So they have this plasticky insert that you can wipe off in case, cleaning products, makeup products, skincare products leak. But a lot of people have issues with these because with time they get sticky or, so you got to be very careful. I use this for travel and storage. I have my, guess what this is? I have my Louis scrunchie in here. My silk scrunchie. Love it. So I have my scrunchie in here, and I also have my Chanel scrunchie in there as well. The tiny one from the cruise. I think this was cruise 2020 or 2021. So these are my 2 luxury scrunchies that I own. I wanted one from Hermes as well, but they're always sold out. So anyway, so I keep that in here. I keep my 2 scrunchies in there. And then sunglasses. I took these babies with me to Australia. My little Chanel moment. Like kind of tiny. You can check out photos of me wearing them on my Dacob, Super Dacob Backup, all spelled together, Instagram account. I'm not going to put them on now. I have too much makeup on. We got 200 likes. Thank you so much, guys. Let's go for 250 thumbs up. Hey, Selena. So I have those glasses in there. And then I have another pair of sunnies in here as well. Also from Canal. Oh, the green one. Oh, yeah, these are cute. Oh, I've been looking for these. Oh, found them. There you go. So it's the dark green. Oh, I'm using a green screen, so you don't really see the green. It looks gray because the green screen takes out the green, and blue. So these little beauties also on my Insta. Oh, you can also follow me on Dacob CC, all spelled together. Dacob CC, my kind of Chanel fan Instagram account. You can also see me with these glasses there. So let me put these back in. Which reminds me, I want to wear these again soon. Because, you know, I have an obsession with sunglasses. I could make a whole video like this just with sunglasses. Could you imagine? That would be a 20-hour live stream. So anyway, that's the 26. The 19, I have the trifecta. I love it to bits, but I just don't use it as much. The size just doesn't. Also, to be perfectly honest with you, this one isn't the best for toiletry products. Because what are you going to do? Like, it's very tall and slim. So you have to put bottles in there like vertically, but then stuff falls down and it kind of would open up at the bottom, but then it would get all wavy when you would pull the zipper. So this is really good as a clutch, honestly. But the 15 has the best proportions. So in the 15, oh, by the way, I have two of these. The first one I got made in France. The second one I got, this one I got right before they discontinued them because I heard they were going to discontinue them. So I went and I bought myself a second one just to be safe. So this one was made in Spain. But like I said before, great quality. Don't worry about it. If you get a made in Spain, it's fine too. Of course, I prefer made in France just because Louis Vuitton is a French brand. That's the reason. But this one I got many years ago, and this one is made in France. I did notice one difference, but this might not be due to the fact that one is made in France and one is made in Spain, but rather due to the fact that Louis Vuitton stopped producing this quality after a certain amount of time, because this is from 2012 or 2014, and this is from 2021, something like that. And the difference that I noticed is in this leather tab. Like the made in France leather tab from years ago is so much thicker than the made in Spain tab from a year or two ago. Like, I don't know how to show it to you. Let me put them side by side like this. Maybe then you can see. It's about the girth now, the thickness. I don't know if you can see how thinner this one is than this one. Maybe you can't really see it that well on. Yeah, they look the same. I'm gonna chow. You're gonna think I'm crazy now. Yeah, one is thinner than the other. The leather is just a thinner leather. Okay, but that aside, the older made in France pull tab is like so much thicker. Gorgeous, nice patina. It's patinaing beautifully. And I use this one for like really fun stuff. So I have a little cream, you know, just to touch up in case I feel a little bit dehydrated. I have a cream. I have dental floss. I have dental floss in here always with me because you got to keep those teeth clean. And then I also have a lip balm in here. A lot of stuff fit in here. I have my eye drops in here as well. It all fits. I have painkillers in there. You know, like I have my usually, yeah, ibuprofen if I have issues, some sort of pain. Then I have my Chanel mirror in black, the double-sided mirror. One is a magnifying mirror and the other one is a regular mirror. So that fits in there as well. And then I also have in here this little leather Chanel pouch. And yes, this is leather. And you get this with their fine jewelry. So when I got my platinum ring from Chanel, you get this as well with a little zipper pull. So this is kind of a little leather container, leather pouch to keep your ring when you're traveling. So I have, beautiful. I have this little leather pouch in there as well. As you can see, a lot fits in here. Like seriously, really a lot. So this is always with me whenever I am on the go. I just throw this in any bag I am with, and these essentials are like my important essentials. Andy says, it will even hold 2 EpiPens. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Vitor, this is basically a little pharmacy for me. Exactly. Super practical. And you know what the cool thing is? When you have all these things in a bag, it's so easy to... You don't have stuff loose swimming in a big bag. Like, you know exactly what container is for what. Louis is perfect for that, for organizing while traveling. So you know immediately what to grab onto when you open your bag, you know. Love it. Love it to bits. So that's that. And like I said, I do have the 19 as well, the famous trifecta of the Poche Toilettes, but it's right now in my little archive. So forgot to take it out. Doesn't matter. It's okay. It's okay. Sweetie darling, thumb up the live stream, will ya? Thank you. And now we get to this really fun part. Oh, actually not yet. I want to show you this little baby here, which... I got this. When did I get this, you guys? Last year, November maybe, or December. This was kind of like my Christmas purchase. Was it though? Can't remember. It's my Noe BB that I barely ever wear. So, it's an open bucket bag. I am very worried because it's an open bucket bag. I don't like really pulling it together. I like it open like this. I will start wearing it. I know I will. It's just a matter of time. I'm just a little bit worried. I love wearing it open like this because it looks kind of like a Chanel Gabrielle bag like this with a hard bottom and a kind of a softer top. It has that shape. Well, the Gabrielle bag looks like the Noe because this came before the Gabrielle bag, of course. But the bare bottom is very scary. Yeah, this vaqueta, massive vaqueta leather down here is also very, very, as you can see, it's brand new still. I'm still very cautious with it. Of course, Kev says the bare bottom scares me. Caleb says, well, that's a good thing sometimes. We'll go. Boys will be boys. BB baby. Yes, David. BB baby. BB baby. Every time I see your Noe BB, it makes me want one. I mean, it's adorable and I love it to bits. I'm just scared to use it. I'm not saying this is not a practical bag. I'm just terrified that it's an open top bag. I don't want people stealing stuff from it. And I'm terrified for the bottom because it's so light. Like... It's a very hard bag. So this one is also made in France. And, but it's a beauty, you know, it's a very, very bohemian, simple vibe bag. Oh, by the way, get your merch. Get your Super Dick merch while you're at it, will ya? Yas, Quins. Get your Super Dick merch at www.superdick.com or in some countries available also on Amazon. And if you're Amazon Prime, you get free shipping off Amazon. Yeah. Debbie says, let it live. I honestly, you guys, I wouldn't mind if this were a top handle bag too. So I'm thinking of maybe getting a... So the cool thing is you can detach the strap. So. And then you're left with this D-ring and with this D-ring. And once you detach the strap, like let's say I can get a strap from Louis that is this long. Wow, this looks weird. I mean, okay, of course you can pull this closed. I guess I would if I were to have a top handle version of this bag. I would then pull it tight together. But you know what I'm... No, wait. Smaller than that. Oh my gosh, isn't this the cutest? Yes, you guys... This needs to be a top handle bag. It totally needs to be a top handle bag. It just does. I think this bag looks so much better as a top handle bag. Yeah, there you go. Apple Blonde says that. Yeah, that looks amazing as a top handle. Yes, get a top handle, says Esberg, right? Bearluck says, yes, a short strap for the baby, right? Oh, Amy says, my very first Louis. Esberg says, yes. Shikma says, I use my mini only as a top handle. Nancy says, agree. You can buy separate handles for a top handle. Yeah, Didi, you know what? Maybe that's what maybe I'm going to do just that this coming week. I might go to Louis and ask them if they can sell me like a vaqueta, like a strap that has like this buckly thing here and here. And then something like this. Maybe shorter, maybe a little bit longer. So I can also, if I want to, I could also wear it like that. But it's so much cuter. And I don't know, I feel like if I got a top handle version of this, I would wear it. I don't know what it is about the crossbody. Okay, this is a whole other conversation right now that I don't want to have in this video because it would be a whole other topic on its own. But it's like, I've noticed that how my preferences for bags changes with time. And at the moment, okay, so I went through a phase where I was completely into crossbody bags. Crossbody bags were the thing for me. Now, I'm into top handle bags. I love top handle bags. Like, I'm obsessed with top handle. I want everything to have a top handle. I prefer top handle. One reason is because my hair is long, and when it's like sitting on my shoulder, whatever is crossbody or my shoulder kind of straps my hair, and that really irritates me. But another reason, it's just the aesthetic. I think that a top handle bag is, I love this dust bag, by the way, with the pull string. I just think that a top handle bag is more old school. It's like more heritage bag, it's more stylish. And a crossbody bag is more like bohemian, which is also fine. Wait, didn't I have a lock here somewhere? No. Yeah, but it's, I don't know. I'm into top handle bags, which also brings me to, you know, this little baby here. I didn't want the bandolier. I love it like this, you know, with the top handle bag. And this is also why I'm kind of obsessing over the Birkin at the moment, because of the top handle situation. Hey, Crybaby Uzagi. Oh, Linda says, I'm on that phase now, only wearing crossbody at the moment. Yeah, it's such a phase. Oh, Kev says, I like crossbody in the summer and top handle in the winter. Maria Andrews says, the top strap for the Métis Hobo would be perfect. I have one for my Petit Noe and I love it. There you go. I'm definitely going to go to Louis and ask my sales associate, like, yes, Caleb, 2 tops are better than 1. Or 2 bottoms. I don't care. And as long as they have the character. Okay, so now let me just get one of these little baby wipes. Okay. So I don't own a Noe, like a classic Noe. I was contemplating getting it. I ended up getting the BB instead. Do I regret it? No, because I've come to the conclusion for myself that the Noe has even more vachetta that terrifies me. And I think that if I do get a Noe, I would get it used, pre-loved, because then the vachetta will already have a patina and I will not be scared to mess it up. While with the BB, I can protect it more because it has less of a surface to stain. But also, yeah, what was I thinking? I was thinking that the crossbody strap was practical, and it is practical. But because it's such a tiny bag now, I'm thinking, oh, the top handle would be really cool. I mean, I'll keep you posted, you guys. Like, I'm going to go to Louis and I'm going to ask them if they have an option that looks kind of similar, like where the strap is the same as this, but just shorter. See what they say and see how much it costs. Oh, good question. Rachel asks, what do I think about purse charms and Louis Vuitton bags? So no, I think they're a waste of money. There, I said it. Now, having said that, I do have Tallulah, which technically is a bag charm. My Micro Speedy, it's a bag charm, you guys. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. This is a bag charm, okay? But it's also a bag. It's just a Munchkin bag, and I love it to bits. But that's like where it ends with Louis. That's the only bag charm that I bought. That is not a bag charm for me because I don't put it on a bag. But yeah, I would not, because that's a rabbit hole you can very easily fall into, and you're going to burn your entire budget. You know, you might want like a bigger, substantial piece, and you're not patient enough to collect the money to get it. And then you kind of keep squandering your money on these smaller bag charms. And then before you know it, you got 10 bag charms and you spent the same amount of money you would have spent on a bigger bag that you actually wanted. So it's a very, very, very slippery slope to be on, the bag charm rabbit hole, you know? The bag charm rabbit hole, very slippery slope. Having said that, like I said, I have one, but I stuck with one. And from Hermes, I have a Pégase, but I really wanted a Pégase. I really wanted the, you know, flying horse, and I got it. But I got one. I didn't get 50 of them, you know. And then I might get one more thing from Hermes. We'll see. But yeah, I'm very disciplined. I'm not gonna go down, because if you wanted to, you could get this little Munchkin version as a Noe. You can, I think they even have a Munchkin version of the Alma. Like, they're adorable, but they're like $800 a pop now. You know what I mean? That's like not cheap at all. Quite the contrary. It's insane. It's like what the big bags used to cost a couple of years ago. Now the Munchkins cost that. Like, that's crazy. Esberg, in my little munchkin, I put broken dreams, honey. I collect broken dreams in here. And right now, I think there's a sock in there keeping the shape of the bag. Now, another bag that I got recently that I really adore, and I wish I would have gotten it years ago, but it was always sold out. But I do not regret this one bit. That would be the Louis Vuitton Pochette Accessoires. Now, I know that this bag is a little bit infamous because, well, it became very popular at a certain point. It's such a Y2K moment of a bag, you know what I mean? It's very Y2K. But because a lot of people wanted it and still want it, Louis thought, let's increase the price really a lot to make it hard to get because we don't want to overflood the market with these. So this very simple, very little bag now costs over $1,000. Which is a lot. I love it. I don't know what to tell you. It has such a nostalgic factor for me. I love it to bits. And so this one is made in France. Got a stamp right there. And the interior has this gorgeous, kind of like a cottony acrylic lining with an extra pocket. Looks really cool on the inside. Very clean, and I don't know. It's a simple bag, you know, this is nothing groundbreaking. The price should be lower for what it is, for sure. But they want to keep their exclusivity for a certain amount of time. They were so hard to get. I used to call them the Birkins of Louis. But now that the price has gone so far up, they cost so much, people are kind of not into them anymore. And because people have stopped buying them en masse, now you can often find them on the Louis Vuitton website. Because now they've outpriced themselves, you know, it's like they've made them so expensive that people are going to think like 20 times before they buy one. So I managed to get this 2 price increases ago. So since I got this, there have been another 2 price increases. Like, Louis Vuitton is insane with their price increases. So Natalie says now it's 1,770 Canadian dollars in Canada. Cha. Amy says so cute. David says better to buy what you really want and scratch that itch rather than a few things you are just okay with. Yes. One of my favorite bags. I can't believe I waited so long to get one. It fits a good amount of essentials and versatile. I have both the monogram and a Azur. Yeah, it is amazing. It really is amazing. And you can detach this strap and you can instead hook it up to a crossbody strap. So I've seen a lot of people wear this crossbody as well. But I prefer it like this. I just love... Actually, this can be even shorter. For my, standards, it could be even this short. But this is fine as well, so you could wear it kind of over the shoulder. And I know that this is going to be blasphemous to some people when I say this, but I prefer this to the Fendi baguette. I just do. It has that baguette quality, but you know what I mean? Like design-wise, similar. It doesn't have the flap, okay? But it's much better than the Fendi baguette for me. I prefer to have the zipper pull. This one is way more sturdy than a Fendi baguette. It's just more user-friendly, especially if you're going to be the person that takes this out dancing to a club or dinner or whatever. This one is easy to care for. The Fendi baguette, not so. Keep that in mind as well. Yes, Sylvia, I have a few Fendi pieces in my collection as well. I do. Now, another piece that I would like to show you is kind of the love of my life when it comes to Louis, because these are the most practical for my working life, being a YouTuber, filming all the time, doing makeup, traveling to places, redoing makeup. Since I've discovered these pieces, I'm obsessed, and you know, I am a huge advocate of these pieces. Not a lot of people know about them. Not a lot of people care. Good for me. Why is it good for me? Because since these do not sell almost at all, they have not gone up in price since, 2 price increases, which makes me fear that they are way overdue for a price increase. And the next price increase is allegedly coming this August, right? So bear that in mind. The packing cubes, okay? So this is the packing cube medium with a zipper all around it. It's a soft structured bag. And then I also have the packing cube in small. They're both full. I use them all the time, literally every day. Like I have all my makeup stuff in here. Love them to bits. They're usually made in Italy. I have never seen a packing cube made in France. I've also never seen a packing cube made in Spain. So these were introduced around 2018, the first time. So they're relatively young, new in the Louis Vuitton family, right? So they were introduced in 2018, and they originally launched 3 sizes of these. So they launched a large, which we don't have, a medium, and a small. Now, so they discontinued the large, I think early this year or towards the end of last year. Now the large was large. Maybe the large was the size of this. Or let me see. No, it was a bit smaller. Okay. So it was a bit smaller than this. Like take away this part and this part. So how they function, again, Louis creates a very clever and clear structure to put these bags in your suitcase. So they double in size. What does this mean? This means that the medium is 2 times small. So if you turn the small like this and you place it on top, you see there's enough space to put a second one next to it. So 2 smalls are a medium. So this one can fit one more time here. So 2 smalls are 1 medium. What does this mean? This means that 2 mediums are 1 large. So the large was this plus this again next to it. So the large was large, right? And I guess it was the one that sold the least. And so they discontinued it. So now we only have the medium and the small. Now the medium is now called packing cube. They've renamed it just to standard packing cube. And the small is still a small. But so I have quite a few things in here. This is how it kind of fits. Right. Like I do Chanel makeup mostly, so this is kind of completely full with Chanel makeup. Very organized, however, but it's full of Chanel makeup products. And the small one needs a little bit of restructuring because it's also full of Chanel makeup. But underneath all the palettes, I have all the loose pieces that I use the most. These kind of tend to fly out, but I have all those extra, crayons, mascaras, lip liners, all that stuff is in here. So I kind of just, grab as I need it. But the good thing about these is that literally the structure of them, so when you open them, they just stay open. So you have this wide relatively low laying surface. You just grab whatever you need for makeup. It's perfection. I just have it on my table while I'm getting ready to shoot a video or whatever, and I just kind of grab out of it whatever I need. You know, it's not as complicated as, imagine if I were to grab my makeup from this while I'm getting ready to shoot a video. It's so unpractical. It's not easy to access, you know? But this is perfection. Really. Love it to bits. So I've been traveling with these, and they have withstood the test of time. The big one I took to Australia with me, so it flew across oceans, and it was perfect. It arrived in pristine condition, you know, to destination. It was traveling in my Keepall 50, so Tabitha. It was in Tabitha. Kev says, Bernard's going to figure out a way to attach straps to the packing cube and charge $3,000 for them. Yes. You know what? I've been fearing the same thing. I've been definitely fearing the same thing. So, but these are my most used Louis pieces. Like, why? Because, I mean, you know, when it comes to the bags, obviously I use these when I leave the house, when I go out, that's when I use them. But, and of course, I use a lot my wallet, which I can't even see anymore. Where did it go? Like I use my wallet and my key pouch a lot as well. But I also use these when I leave the house. Now, these I use always in the house. So they're used several times throughout the day. Plus, I also use them when I travel or when I'm on the go. Usually I take the little one with me. Like I kind of make a selection of makeup that I need if I'm doing something on the town just in one day. Then I will fill this one up with the daily essentials, and this will go with me as well. But I also use it at home. So that means that I automatically expand the amount of time that I'm using these, which, as we all know, how we calculate stuff like cost per wear, right? These get a great cost per wear. A great cost per wear because you're literally using them on a daily basis, which is what I figured out really works also with fine jewelry. My Chanel platinum ring, my Hermes bracelet in silver, I use them every day. So I get so much more use out of these than I do out of my costume jewelry from Chanel or anything else that I'm like, oh, well, okay, the jewelry actually was worth more for me personally. Like I get better use, like the value, it was worth it to buy them because I use them all the time and I'm not scared to use them because they are not going to tarnish. They're not costume jewelry. They're real jewelry. So the platinum, it's virtually indestructible. Silver can tarnish with time, like it can oxidize, but you just polish it and then it's fine again as new. I've been wearing this every day since I got it at the beginning of the year. It still looks amazing. The more you wear silver, the better it is because your own oils keep polishing it. Platinum, the same. I'm constantly wearing these pieces every day. So yes, my cost per wear here is magnificent. Magnificent. And so these two come very close to that concept of almost like fine jewelry because like I literally use them every day. So definitely great cost per wear. Especially considering that they're not so popular, and so they have not gone up in price the past 2 price increases, which is like perfection. But which is my everyday bag? I try to switch, Amy. I do. I will wear this one, Speedy 35, if I have certainty that it's not going to rain, which is kind of hard to have that certainty, but But the bag I use the most because it is the most user-friendly of all my bags, and because it doesn't have those crazy logos. At the moment, I'm not very keen on logos. I love my Louis Vuitton logo at home, but when out and about, I'm a little bit more cautious. So because of that, and also because it's so user-friendly, Vivienne Westwood Yasmin size large. It's a carryover bag. It's a standard classic Vivienne Westwood bag. Vivienne Westwood made Yasmin bags since the late 80s, early 90s. And they make them in a lot of different sizes. I have several materials, but the one that I wear the most in large is also in canvas, similar to this type of canvas. It is water resistant and vegan. Also virtually indestructible. I know it's a carefree bag. And I know people aren't going to look at me thinking, that's a $10,000 Chanel. You know, that's, let me, you know, it looks like a punk bag, you know. And it is. No, the cubes, Catherine, the cubes do have vachetta. Right here. Very tiny, very elegant little detail. There they are. These little two tiny nipples right there. Here, let me show you. See? Now, little tiny vachetta giblets. Now, you might be asking yourself, hold on a minute. Why are the patterns not aligned? Like, why is this piece of canvas cut like this? And then like these diamonds and these diamonds are not like aligning in one and here as well. Now I made a video about this, but let me just repeat it here because I know somebody's going to be asking. Ah, there you go. Gosh, get a license. I was about to ask. There's actually a very, very clear and logical reason for this. And this is not sloppy. This is not done because it's a sloppy job, because they're lazy. There's a method, a very precise method behind this, and I'm going to explain it to you. So the Louis Vuitton pattern on the canvas, how they cut them and decide how to position them, all depends on the LV logo. Two criteria. They're either going to want to fit in as many LVs as possible in one piece of cut canvas, or they're going to place one LV centered because it's more aesthetic. So what am I saying? This. It has one LV, so they didn't shift the canvas to have LV. Well, it wouldn't even fit, I think. Let me see. No. In this case, it wouldn't fit. Only one fits. But when you open it, it's then aligned with the canvas to have two LVs, right? And they've aligned this one on top of this one. But they always prioritize the cut piece of canvas. So what does that mean? In this case, we have this, there's a cut here. So this is one piece of canvas. So when they cut a piece of canvas, they will center the cut to have as many LVs as possible on that canvas and to have them centered. That's what they did here. Same applies for this piece of canvas that is cut here, and then it goes all around, and it keeps going around all the way to here. In this case, look what happens. They prioritize the LV in the center, and because they wanted this LV to be in the center, and then it's symmetrical on both sides. We got the LV here. They spread them out. You got your two LVs on the side, two here, and then it ends where it ends. Now here they needed an extra piece of canvas. So they don't cut it to align to this canvas. No, why? Because every piece of canvas needs to be centered in its own way. So they cut this piece of canvas here and here. So it's literally this part, right? It's this piece of canvas that we have here. So for this piece of canvas, they could get 2 LVs. So they've centered the LVs according to this piece of canvas. They prioritize centering the LVs to the cut piece of canvas, then to align them with the other canvas that's already there. That's what it is. Hold on, I have something here. Makeup. Well, let me wash this. Let me clean it. So that's the logic behind this. And you just take a baby wipe and you wipe it, girl. Had a bit of makeup there. Hold on. Okay. All clean. So that's how it always works. This piece of canvas here, they wanted that LV in the center, but if you were to open this, it's one square piece of canvas that they fold to create the kirigami pouch. They could manage to get 2 LVs into this piece of canvas, so that's exactly what they did. But they decided to center the LV right above the button. But they managed to get 2 LVs per that cut. On this wallet, they managed to get 2 LVs maximum out of this piece of canvas, so that's what they did. Here, they managed to get 2 LVs, so they cut the canvas just like that, and they centered the LVs according to this piece of canvas. Kev says, the mathematics of Louis Vuitton, this needs to be a solo video. I think I made this as a separate video. Well, I definitely remember explaining this in another video, but... So there you go. That's the reasoning behind this. And it's a very simple logic, but people do sometimes complain and they say, but why isn't it, why is it like this? Why is this diamond over diamond? Because it's a different, it is aligned, but it's aligned according to the logic of always centering the LVs and putting as many as possible on every piece of cut canvas. So that's why we have what we have here. That's why the structure is the way it is. And I get it. I get the logic. And so since I understood the logic, I'm more at peace because I get it. I respect that. You know what I mean? I'm trying to look at my other pieces. Like, is there something else that has a similar... Okay, this is an exception, which I find very fascinating. For the passport holder, look what they did here. For the passport holder, they did not prioritize the canvas itself. They prioritized centering the 2 LVs on the front side of the cover. It's not like they had a big choice here. Why am I saying this? Because technically, governments issue a standard size of passport. So a passport has the size it has. So Louis Vuitton had to make a passport holder that is made for the size of passports. So they had an issue because if they were to, for this piece of canvas, it's one piece of canvas, they never cut LV like this, right? Well, they did here because they're like, well, they could have shifted everything a bit more to the front so that these LV signs would have been here at the edge. And then you would have had this LV shift in and you wouldn't have to cut it off. But in this case, they thought it's more elegant if when you close the passport, you have this centered LV here. But in order for this to be centered, and in order for the passport to fit snug into the shape of this thing, well, this is where we have to kind of compromise. And we're going to cut off the LV here. And this LV is not centered because we're prioritizing centering these 2 on the front side of the passport holder. Interesting, right? So we'll go. I'm looking at the notebook. They did the same with the notebook. They prioritized the front This is an A5 format. So they created an A5 format, which is a standard size of paper for certain countries. But since in Europe it's a standard and Louis Vuitton is a European brand, they prioritized A5. So to do A5, they've centered the LVs in the front. But in order to center them in the front, they did have to come very close to the edge on the back side with these LVs. Technically, in the back, it's also centered when you squish them because you have the 3 rows. It's actually perfectly centered here in this case. But interesting. So that's the logic. Same here. They could squish in 6 LV logos. They've centered 6 LV logos, so they prioritized that for this panel. They did not continue with the same pattern on the side panel. Why? Because the side panel is cut this way, but they have centered their diamonds and circles right accordingly. And then on this side, again, you get the 6 LVs. It's a coincidentally also a really interesting thing to know when you are authenticating your Louis Vuitton pieces. Always look for the number of LVs, right? Here on the coin purse, they could get 2 LVs in, not more than 2, so that's what they did. They prioritized getting those 2 LVs in. Now, let's get to the unboxing, but first let's get to 250 likes. We need 29 more likes, and then we're going to do the unboxing. I know you can do it, Joe. Are you enjoying these kind of like show and tell videos? I thought like this is more chill and easy for us in summer. You know what I mean? Everybody's on holiday anyway, so we could just like do these like fun little like retrospective live streams, which are chill, less, you know, less stressful for me, less stressful for you guys also. It's more like just an easy, you could just have it playing in the background while you're running errands or something in the house. I kind of miss the old chocolate brown packing. Oh, I love that. I miss it too. I miss it too, Kev. And their bags as well. David says, yes, I like it. Nancy says, yes. Kuro says, yes, it's fun. Shikma sending hearts. Natalie says, yes. Yes, love it, says Didi. No stress. Heartbreak Hotel says, symmetry is pleasing to the eye. Kev says, this feels like old school deco. Love it. Oh, thanks you. Thank you, guys. Thanks, you guys. Thanks, you guys. Cece says, yes. Okay, you're liking. Good. Yes, I love this kind of stream, says Carl Eisberg. Says, love this video. Yes, this is great. Okay, Apple Blonde likes it too. All right, good. Shireen says, I feel like I'm in LV college. LOL. Oh, you guys. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thank you. Great stream, says Rachel Eisberg, sends a little lovey-dovey. Didi Bean. We'll go. Heart. Cool. I can't see all the comments. 234. 16. We need 16 more thumbs up, and then we're going to do the unboxing. I'm enjoying the stream. I'm cleaning the kitchen as I listen. There you go. We'll go. Loves that. Thank you, Tyla. It's get an education without a mean teacher. Yeah, exactly. Jen says, this stream feels like you're showing us all the Easter eggs of Louis Vuitton. Oh, you guys. Thank you. LV 101, says Maria. Bible says, but I did pause to check my agendas and my Louis Vuitton logos line up the same as yours. Love my LVP. Yeah, of course. They do have a standard. They're not going to make mine look like this and yours look like that. They're going to have a streamlined structure. Linda says, running at 2:49 a.m. only to sleep, but really interesting info. Thank you. Thank you, Linda. Nisha says, yes, I do be doing stuff in the house while I listen. Yeah, no, that's the best, y'all. I mean, listen, and let me tell you why it's the best. I'm not offended. I'm actually really happy that you're doing that because I know for myself, when I'm most relaxed, usually I just play like one of those playlists on YouTube, like somebody uploaded like the Golden Girls episodes. And I just have my girls playing in the background and I feel at home. I feel comfy. Hold on. I feel comfy, safe, you know, happy vibes. And if I can listen, like I know when I turn something on and I just let it play in the background, that's not that I'm disrespectful to that content. That just means that that content makes me feel comfortable. And that's a great thing. That's a great thing. I'm not a big fan of the reverse monogram. Yeah, good question. No, not a big fan of it. Shireen says, I just ordered the packing cube. The medium one. Babes, let me know when you get it what you think, because I love it. Just structure the inside of it. If you're going to do it, use it for makeup and stuff. Now, it does not have that plastic interior. It has an actual canvas interior, like a cottony acrylic interior. So don't like just throw your brushes in there. I put my brushes in a separate container. Like I have my brushes in this thing. So this thing fits in here as an extra. I wouldn't just throw in a kind of a dirty brush with makeup in here, because it will leave a stain, obviously, because this is woven material. But having said that, there's always pros and cons. Having said that, this is, for me, I prefer this to the plastic interior, because the plastic interior gets all sticky and deteriorates with time. The woven acrylic material doesn't. So this is going to last you forever. Just don't get it dirty, you know. Try not to get it filthy. Bible says, yeah, I do the same thing with like series like Friends, Sex and the City, just like that. I love listening to them as I do stuff around the house. I also love listening to your Chanel Books videos at least 10 times. Oh, you guys, thank you. Amy says, love the live streams. I so look forward to them. I watch the older ones almost every day to catch up. The Fashion Bunker Files. Oh man, thanks, Amy. Thank you so much. Cece says, to Shireen says, I checked the same, LOL. We got you. And wait, hold on, I'm missing 240 likes. We need 10 more likes and then we do the unboxing. Can I go? I need the chat. I need to see the newest chat. It's covering up the... James Stansfield. I love having the Fashion Bunker on in the background when I'm chilling at home, especially loving this chilly summer vibe. Oh, you guys, thank you. Yeah, I mean, honestly, my brain cannot compute complicated topics right now in this heat. I would faint. You would have me talking, filming a segment, like really brain stuff where that requires a lot of analyzing and drawing conclusions. Oh, Nancy, thank you so much, my love. Thank you.
Non Donatet de $10.
Yeah, it's Quinn. And yeah, with this heat, I would not be able to focus for like 4 hours straight shooting like 6 topics that all have really big like socio-political, analytical aspects to them. Those are great. I love doing those, but like they really require a different type of climate than right now, honestly. I do like the eclipse. I do, CC. Trebi says, doing the dishes while the stream plays and just watched my Super D. Highball, fabulous. Aw. Fabulous, Trebi. Thank you. Paige. Hey, Paige. You've really been treating us lately, the relaxing CC stream and now this one, both have been so calming and interesting to watch. Yeah, I'm trying this new thing, you know, more chill vibes. I mean, let's see. I hope people enjoy it because it's not like they're getting a lot of views, but then again, it's summer. And summer people usually don't really do YouTube a lot. Lux with Brit says, what do you think of MCM? Not a big fan of MCM. Oh, I love the deep dives too, David. No pun intended. Tyler says, the heat nearly melted when I walked to the Beverly Senna yesterday, but it's officially summer, so I got my Gucci Rush on. Love the Gucci Rush moment. But yeah, you melt. Like, you can't. It's insane. Like we've really we've gone there. We've been there. We did done. Every day I watch and drink from my Daco merch mug. Oh man, thank you, Catherine. This channel has made my life better. Catherine, thank you. Love to be here, says Hannah. Thank you, guys. You're like a therapeutic podcast. Oh, you guys. Amy says, I love the cerebral convos too. But girl, the heat. Amy, I love the cerebral convos. But we're gonna do them again when it gets a little bit colder. Like, and when we all have a more of an attention span for that, because like right now, this is insane where we're at right now. Exploring with Chris says, have you tried Hermes packing cubes? Any insight on that versus Louis Vuitton packing cubes? Appreciate your feedback. Interesting question. I have seen them and I have inspected them, but the ones that you're talking about are in fabric. Oh my God, Sunny Cali. Thank you so much.
Sunny Cali donatait de $20. Love Visual V Masterclass.
Papa Cherry Bublé. Yas Quinn. I think the ones you're talking about are the ones in fabric, like silky. And that's my issue with them. They're very, very fragile. They're not heavy duty. They're not like this, like, you know, makeup. Like I just like shove this in my bag. I travel, I build up my, you know, set, whatever, interview, whatever I have to do, film, open this, take stuff out, do it, you close it quickly, shove it back. The Hermes ones would tear. Of course they would. If we're talking about the same ones, the ones that they have this structure, but they're kind of silky. Those are the ones you're talking about, right? Alinda says, come to the UK, it's raining. Oh my God, Nancy says, dog just dropped his ball on my feet, but now he's too hot to chase. Oh my God, that's adorable. There's only 107 days till Halloween, so enjoy the heat while you can, LOL, says Jen. I love Halloween. I'm an organizational dork, says David. Me too. Loxwood Brit says, I just found a baby blue Birkin 35 with palladium hardware for only $7,500. Do you think that's a good deal? I thought it was a great one. That's a great deal if the thing is authentic and if there's no weird things inside that are not good. 250 likes. We got to 250 likes. Thank you so much. Keep thumbing up. Let's do the unboxing. Let's do the unboxing. Finally, here we are. It only took us like 2 hours and 43 minutes to get to 250 likes. Y'all, it's like pulling teeth. Oh, you bought 2 neoprene pouches from MS. Love them, but they show scratches. They do, because neoprene is a very particular type of weave. And also, they get wrinkles too. Neoprene can also get wrinkles. And of course, they can stain so easily. Be very careful with them. That's why I did not buy them. I wanted to get them, but then I was like, oh man, I have my experience with neoprene. Let me just touch up my sweat here because we're going to film this segment separately. So let me, hold on. Yeah. Neoprene is tricky, y'all. And especially, it's not like real neoprene. It's fashion neoprene. It's not like actual scuba diving neoprene. So. Oh my God, it's so hot. Okay. I have to be somewhat presentable in this video. Are you kidding me? I look like a Dalí painting melting. But yeah, neoprene pants, oh, those are very uncomfortable. I mean, Neoprene pants are the best for weight loss, like sauna pants. Yeah, that's why I meant they're very uncomfortable because you sweat so much in them. But you will be burning, well, you won't be burning fat, really. Technically, you're going to be losing water. You're going to be sweating. So you're not going to be really losing that much weight while wearing like sauna pants. I mean, technically when you overheat, you do, when you like start sweating a lot, I guess you also burn calorie, like you burn, but I don't know how much, how effective that is. No clue. Are you into LV Epi leather? I think it's such an amazing textile. It's gorgeous to look at, but I'm not really into it. Hey, Johnny, how's it going? Yeah, not really. Epi doesn't age very well, usually. You got to be very careful. All right, I'm ready. Let's do the unboxing. Okay, hold on. Okay. All right. Yeah. Hi everybody, Jacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Today we got an unboxing. Super happy about this one. This is a birthday present from my mom to me. Thank you so much, Mom. I really wanted it. And with a lot of these, you know, I love my Louis Vuitton monogram. It's not a secret. So obviously, little tiny spoiler alert, it's a monogram piece. What else can it be from Louis? I'm a huge fan of their monogram. But this particular piece is not readily available, so we had to kind of order it, wait a little bit, and it arrived after my birthday. But that doesn't matter. The most important thing is that my mom got it for me, so it's really special. So we're gonna do the unboxing now. So thank you, Mom, for my happy belated birthday to me. So my birthday was on the 30th of June. I'm unboxing this a little bit into July, so it's still okay. You could still say I'm like in the post-birthday mode. So subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon. Super Jacob, all spelled together there as well for extra perks. Thank you to all my members and patrons who have already pledged. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream several times a week. So come join us in the live chats and enjoy the fun. All right. Here goes. I always like to read where the bags were made. This one was made in Hungary. This particular shopping bag was made in Hungary. Interesting to see, how Louis always does that. Little birthday packaging here. This is a true unboxing. I have not opened this before this moment right now. So I hope that everything is packaged right. And could you imagine? The Terra. The box this is in copper, printed in copper. What does it say? Hungary. The box is made in Hungary. So you can see kind of it's like a goldy, coppery reflection. And then I'm just going to slide this. That's how I do it. Is it going to work though? Yeah. There you, ooh, okie dokie. There you go. We slid it. Now, I don't think that there's anything written here because I had to pick it up. So, all right. I'll let my mom write something on this later. Because I had to pick it up. We love these boxes, but I do miss the dark brown ones that they used to have. You know, like the boxes were more similar to this colorway. They were actually this darker shade of brown. So these boxes used to be like darker brown, and then the Louis Vuitton logo was in a dark brown, even darker still brown, almost like ton sur ton. But they all copy each other. You know what I mean? Like Chanel did the magnetic clasps. Louis now does the magnetic. I don't know. Dior does it as well. Like they all kind of follow each other. And then we have these really cool boxes that are foldable. You can flatten them completely. Here's the piece. But before we get to the actual piece, let me just put it down here for just a second and show you how you pull these little cotton tabs. And I love the fact that you can do this with Louis. And this one goes backward like that. And that's your box. Super flat. If you're like traveling and you got suitcases and you buy something in a city to remember your trip and you don't want to get rid of the box, you just lay it flat. And they're so beautifully structured to be laid flat, and you can just reopen it again in 5 seconds. You know, if you need to like open it again. You just do this. You flap the flap on these two sides, and it's done. You got the box again. Isn't this awesome? Oh, Shikma says in the chat, I didn't know. Yes, all of their boxes. Well, not the little teeny tiny ones that you slide the thing out of. Like the tiny ones, they don't do this. But all the bigger boxes, I always store all my Louis Vuitton boxes flat like this because they save a lot of space, you guys. And they're made for this with all these little pull tabs. So there you go, the things we learned from Louis. This is why I tell you, I love Louis Vuitton for travel, because they are masters at creating, like at saving you space. You're buying products, but then they think about all of these aspects so that you can save space, because saving space is also part of traveling. And Louis Vuitton is specialized for traveling. So I think this is just awesome that their bigger boxes can fold. Okay, so we'll go. Here, Shireen says, wow, I didn't know that. Yeah. Trina, Louis Vuitton makes life easy. It does. It's a bit costly, but we love our Louis. Now, you're going to be surprised when you see this, but it was highly needed. And I, truth be told, can never have enough. And we'll go. Yes, we got another packing cube. Thanks, Mom. Really wanted this one. Another one, you say? Yes, let me show you. Because I already have one. Let me just close it so I can show you how this thing... This is the best product since years to come out of Louis Vuitton, in my humble opinion. They were introduced in 2018, and I do have the small and the medium, and now I got a new medium because these are overly full and I have way too much makeup, so I need to expand. And I know, okay, so this one is empty now, so I can't just put this heavy, full, small one on top. But oh my gosh, they're just adorable. Seriously. So you just stack. Well, I can't stack it. Okay, there you go. You see how sturdy it is? This one is super loaded with makeup. This one is completely empty, but it still holds the little one on top as best it can. Now, okay, Domenico says, look at the color differences. All right, I'm going to explain to you the color differences. I've had this one for over a year now, and I use it every single day. This is brand new. When this one was brand new, it also had this mattified patina, but it gets more glossy the more you touch it, the more you use it. Another example would be if I can find it now. Where did it go? Ah, here. My most used canvas piece is my Zippy coin purse. I've had this for like, what, 12 years now? And I always use it. It's always in my pants. So look how glossy and dark it becomes with time. Because the canvas also patinas, not just the vachetta leather. And so this is the one that I've had for over a year. And this is the new one. Wait 1 year and you're going to see that this one, the new one, is going to become as glossy as this one, because when you use it, they just become, this is the fascinating thing about Louis. They become more and more beautiful the more you use them. Really, they do. This canvas, the more you touch it, the more you use it, it doesn't get ugly. It gets prettier, richer, denser, deeper, just more luscious. So this sheen of the one that I've had since a year is going to become this as well with time. And hold on, how are they like this? Isn't it amazing how it evolves? So let's open it up and see how it looks inside. In the entire live stream dedicated to my Louis Vuitton Summer Vibes collection, monogram, retrospective, however you want to call it, I also explain in detail why these logos here are not aligned perfectly. There's a very precise reason for that. So go check out the live stream to find out the exact reason why this is done on purpose. So we got a little sticker and a little description of it. Exterior coated fabric. Interior is in synthetic textile. The trim is in vachetta leather. This is the little tiny trim of vachetta leather. We got one little nipple here and one little one there. That's the only piece of vachetta leather we have. This one is made in Italy. I have never seen a packing cube made anywhere else but in Italy, even though on their website they sometimes state that these bags are made in Spain, Italy, France, and the US. But I've never seen them made anywhere else but in Italy. They are lined in a woven fabric, like a synthetic textile. So some people would not recommend you to, put makeup in here because they think you can't clean it up if something happens, but I prefer textile, this woven textile, to the plasticky interior, like let's say that we have in the Poche Toilette 26, for example. This is a plasticky material that they say you can wash away if you stain it with cosmetics, but sometimes these tend to degrade with time and they become sticky as the plastic makers kind of dissolve and evaporate. This is never going to happen here because this is a woven, it's like a fabric material. You got to be careful. Don't put your makeup brushes just bare. Don't throw them in there because they're going to, they're going to leave dust and powder on here. And that's not the easiest thing to clean. But I put my makeup brushes in separate containers to keep them clean. So how does it work with here, the one that I already have? I also had a powder here, which was out because I can't put it. So, all right. So this is kind of how full and stuffed my packing cube is. And my brushes are in here. So if I take this out, my brushes are in here. So all of this kind of dirty side is kept in here, and so they never really touch my textile side of the packing cube. So you need to organize a little bit, but you know, I love Chanel makeup. So usually Chanel makeup comes with all of these extra protective pouches and cases and all that stuff. So Chanel makeup is very clean if you're a little bit organized. If you care, you know, if you pay a little bit attention to how you close your makeup after you've used it, you have to, you know, seal the lids properly, put the cap back on properly and tightly, yada, yada. You know what I mean? I would avoid putting anything oily in here in general, you know. Something, just a tip that I would share is like, if you have any oily, creamy creams or lotions in tubes, those I would maybe put somewhere else. These I would just like, you know, powder makeup, blush, compact eye makeup, brushes, the pencils, they have to have their lids on. Things that are included like in glass jars that are screwed properly, stuff like that. Or you can use them as packing cubes, like kind of Louis Vuitton originally intended them to be, you know, putting socks in here, underwear, perfume bottles. They're meant to be kind of stacked next to each other in suitcases to facilitate your travel. But I don't use them for travel. I use them, well, I travel with them as well, but I use them for my makeup. And I use them on a daily basis, literally. And they're so practical for makeup. And this is, I'm kind of surprised that Louis didn't figure this out already. But it's because of this big surface. And because they're kind of flat enough, when I use them for, you know, they're always on my table when I'm getting ready, when I'm getting my mug beat to do a live stream or to film a video. This is kind of in front of me. You just flip this open. You have easy access. You see everything that's in here. You just take whatever you need to take, pull the stuff out, put it back in, do whatever you need to do, put it all back, close it, moving on. It's so easy. The easiest beauty case for me from Louis Vuitton because of the shape it has. So anyway, and I desperately needed a new one because I ran out of space. I don't have any more space for my stuff. So, but these are going to look gorgeous. Like the more you have, these are like those beautiful pieces that they look so good when they're stacked. They're so stackable. Can you imagine like having the whole apartment like just full of these everywhere? Ugh. I don't know. I mean, I know I'm addicted victim, but hey, great birthday present. I will cherish this for my entire life because these really last forever, and always think of my mom when I use this. So thank you, Mom. Thank you so much. Oh, one last thing. Let's see how the patina of the Vachetta leather looks when we compare the packing cube that's a year old to the brand new one. Technically, it's more than a year old, the other packing cube. It's a little bit more than a year old, but here they are next to it. Let me see. Well, let me flip this one upside down so the Vachettas are closer to each other. It's a slight difference. It did patina, but not like extremely a lot, but enough for you to see that this one, the Vachetta, is darker. Especially up here, you can see it more. How this one is darker than this one. So this is how the patina looks 1 year in. So 1 year into the patina, that's how it evolved. Very beautiful honey patina. There you go, guys. Thank you so much for being with me for this unboxing. Thumb up the video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you, Mom, for this gorgeous gift. Here's to another bunch of birthdays with more packing cubes in the future. Love you loads. Take care. Subscribe. So, yeah, we did that. I need a little thumbnail with these three like this. Do that. Oh, wait, it's saving. Hold on, you guys, just a second. Yes, Amy, the oils of your hands also affect the canvas and make it more lucid. Yeah, Kev, sweetest Mama Jacob. Yeah, she. Oh, wait. Okay. And then this more to the side. What am I supposed to do? Oh, hold on, you guys. It's recording. Okay, it's rendering. Sorry, it's going to take a second. We're at 40% right now. Oh, Nat, how is the zipper on the cubes? Is it easy to use? Yes. In general, every Louis Vuitton piece with a zipper like this, these kind of bronzy zippers, when you first get them, they are very stiff. That's normal, don't worry. With time, they become so... I'll show you the difference between the brand new one and this one. Just a second. Because we're at 59%. What is going on? Alex says, my hands are nothing but oil. No pun intended. Okay, I don't know if this is saving the video or the photo. Baby Yoda says, I have the packing cube, the zipper is stiff, but you don't use it on a daily basis, Baby Yoda, do you? Because the more you use it, the softer it gets. Y'all, we're at 84%. Mm. 91%. Okay, I've never seen it switch between 96, 97, 96, 97. What the? Okay, we're almost there, you guys. 99%. And of course, it freezes at 99%. It doesn't want to give us 100%. Is everything going to collapse now? Possibly. Oh, Baby Yoda, you've only had it for a few weeks? Yeah, that's normal. That's normal. Okay, should be able to. Okay, whew. It's melting in here. All right, let me show you the zipper. So this one is brand new. And let's do it close to the mic. It's actually quite flowy for a brand new zipper. You know what I mean? It's doing quite well. But it's a little bit stiff. Now, the one that I've had over a year. Did you see how smooth that was? Like butter. Like butter. And that's what I mean with these Louis pieces. They get better and better with time. Yes, your oils touching the canvas make it beautiful and shiny. The zipper pull, the more you work with it, the softer it gets. The vaqueta gets that gorgeous honey patina. Like, I love it. I just... Did you see Baby Yoda? Yeah, let me close it again. Look. This is the old one, right? The one that I have since a year. That's how smooth it goes after you've been using it for a while. It just gets better and better and better. Now, of course, I have a lot of stuff in here. So closing it, you know, it usually hits one of these because they kind of are stuck, protruding too much outwards. So there. It always gets into, there you go. I mean, I can tell ya, the same applies to the Keepall, because the Keepall has the thickest of all Louis Vuitton zippers. When you first get it, it's so stiff to open and close, but the more you use it, the softer it gets as well. I can't believe it's not butter, right, Tanya? Butter, like butter. Yeah, it's like butter. Tanya says, oh, wow, wow, wow. Yeah. And so this one I've had a couple of months now. So this one isn't as old as the first one, but it's also getting nicer and smoother to use. The zipper that I've used the most, however, is on my wallet, because that one, it's so smooth. Like, super easy, super easy. I mean, and another thing, as opposed to like Chanel quality, this canvas here, like the woven material that's surrounding the zipper, like here and here, all around. So again, wallet around 12 years old, been shoved into anything. There's not one single little pebble of pilling, you know? On Chanel wallets that have these cottony sides, they always have these little balls creating these little peeling moments everywhere after just a couple of weeks of use. Here, after 12 years, nothing. Like literally nothing. Look at this. It's just freaking amazing. So yeah, you can get these at the Louis Vuitton shop, Lady Bradface. Can we get those at the store or secondhand? You can get these. They still make them. They will be stiff when you first get them. You know, you're going to have to work that zipper and blah, blah, blah. But it's amazing. Yeah, Chanel zippers peel like crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Would you buy made in USA? I notice you always smile when it's made in France. I'm the same way. Made in France all the way for me. Made in USA, no. I wouldn't buy it made in USA because, you know, first of all, Louis Vuitton costs more in the USA than it does, let's say, in Europe. And it costs more in the USA because, you know, they have to import it, they have to pay import taxes, and of course they pass on those prices to the client. And I kind of get it. Still, these are luxury items. They don't need to cost that much. They want them to cost that much. Okay, but here's the twist. If you're manufacturing your product in the US, then you don't need to import it into the US. So, that's why if I'm going to buy a made in US piece of, you know, Louis while I'm in the US, I would want it to be cheaper than the made in Italy, made in Spain, made in France piece that's been imported into the US. So buying in the US a made in France or made in Italy packing cube that's 20% more expensive, 15 to 20% more expensive than in the EU, you could say, well, it's more expensive because of import taxes. Okay. But if the packing cube is made in the US, why are you charging me still 20% more than it would cost in Europe? You see? That's why I don't want to buy it. And they don't sell you made in US pieces in Europe because they don't want to import those pieces from America into Europe and pay import taxes. That's the reason why you're not going to find almost ever made in US Louis Vuitton pieces in Europe. So, on the other hand, I understand that Louis Vuitton does not want to have discrepancy in their prices. That would be really bizarre. That would give off a wrong signal to their clients. Like if the same piece, you know what I mean? Like if these two, the same piece, one is made in US, one is made in Italy, and the one made in US is 20% cheaper than the one made in Italy. Of course, that would also look really bad for Louis because it would kind of give off, it would signal to their clients as if made in the US is inferior worth and value than the made in Italy. I get it that the prices have to be the same, but why are you manufacturing in the US to begin with? I have a sneaky suspicion you're doing it to cut costs. Because otherwise you could, you could just tell your clients, hey, we only produce in Europe. It takes a bit longer for the pieces to be produced because there's a lot of requests, a lot of demands. You're going to have to wait a little bit longer for your piece, but it is what it is. Instead, they also have manufacturing facilities in the United States, but those pieces still cost the same as the other pieces that cost more because allegedly you have to pay import taxes on those. Makes no sense. Baby Yoda says that's a good way to look at it. I had a horrible experience with a client advisor who scolded me for asking for made in France sling bag. Baby Yoda, you just tell them, this is what I do, and I said this in one of my videos. I used this trick particularly in detail with the kirigami pouches. Oh, where are they now? So when I got these, right? The first batch I got had a stitch issue here. Somebody kind of pressed in with a needle, with a hot needle when they were cutting the last stitch, and they kind of melted into the canvas a little bit. Tragic. But anyway, so I unboxed it, I saw it, and then the next day I took it back to Louis, and the sales associate, well, not my sales associate, mine was not there, another one, but that I also know. But anyway, they did the whole shtick. But part of these products are handmade. There's always going to be slight imperfection. You know the drill. You know the drill. You know how they do, and how they try to guilt you into taking it even though it's flawed, making you sound like an idiot because, like, how dare you not know that these are like handcrafted, blah blah blah. Give me a freaking break. Most of the production of these pieces is automated anyway. So what I said was I didn't start a fight with them. I didn't tell them like, oh, we'll go. I didn't go like blah 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 blah. No, how dare you? I want to speak to the manager. I didn't pull a Karen. Instead, I did reverse psychology. What I did was, so I'm there with this thing, and he's telling me like, yeah, but these things are handmade, and I was like, yes, I know. They're amazing. They're awesome. You guys, your artisans are the best. You're not the problem. I'm the problem. You see, I know this is really bad, but I am so OCD about this that I can't not see it. Once I've seen it, I cannot unsee it. So I know this is a great piece, but I'm the problem, right? I can't live with myself like this. It just drives me nuts. Sorry. Try that next time. They can't tell you any. Then they go, he just zipped it. He said, okay, sure, I'll exchange it for you. Works like a charm. Reverse psychology, baby. Reverse psychology. Exactly, Jen Horror. It's the old, it's not you, it's me. It works. But yeah, Baby Yoda, in general, customer service is going down, yeah. Yeah. Amy says, right, my oldest Chanel bags and belt from 1996 to 2000 are in better shape than the newer ones. Yeah, the leather was much better. Hey, Holly Grace. Rosanna Navarro says, asked the sales manager, they will never accept repair if we acquired it secondhand. They will track the purchase history first. Yeah, I don't know how they're dealing with that at the moment. I know there's been some changes when it comes to secondhand stuff. a little bit tricky. I don't know. So all of the pieces that I've shown you today, I've purchased from the Louis Vuitton shops worldwide. There are some pieces I didn't show you. I didn't show you my toiletry pouch 25, push toilet 19. I didn't show you the Speedy 30. And I did not show... The only secondhand one I got was my Cherries Keepall 45, which I also didn't show today. But all the others, yeah, all of these pieces, they've all been bought directly from the store. So, but having said that, I've never had any issues with any of them, except for that one. You know, I returned it right away when I saw that there was, but I mean, through wear and tear, I haven't had any issues with mine thus far. So it's not like I needed to take any of these pieces for repairs anyway. And I'm also very careful with my pieces, but there you have it. So, what can I say? That's me. That was our live stream today. I hope you've enjoyed it. This summery, breezy, melting in the heat live stream. I hope everybody had fun. I want to say, Bubbles, can you say thank you to the mods? Hit it, Bubbles.
A special thanks to the mods in the fashion bunker. Thanks to Debbie, Jesus, Creation, Nicole, Kebs, and Gloria. Bubbles loves you.
Thank you to the mods. Thank you guys so much. I hope you've enjoyed this live, and I hope that you get to rewatch this video sometimes in the future when you feel, I don't know, lonely or cuckoo, or just want to have a little bit of Louis Vuitton monogram love come your way, and just go on a little excursion. You know, it is kind of like a little retrospective, almost like a museum thing. Think about it this way. Who knows what's going to happen in 5 to 10 years from now? And if more of these products will be discontinued or not. And then we're going to have still this video as a little tiny time capsule, you know, that is going to kind of show us what once was in the fashion world. That's kind of how I like to see these works of mine, these efforts that I make in filming these videos. They're not made by any means to show off in any way. They're meant to document. They're meant as a friendly conversation between all of us together, but also to document a specific moment in time for fashion history, also the heritage of these brands, because they're not really doing it. You know, it's not like we can go to the Louis Vuitton YouTube channel and see some specific type of video like this live stream was right now that kind of showcases us a certain roster of designs or styles. Not really. So I personally really value videos like these when I find from other content creators from many years back, because they're beautiful little windows, you know, of the time in which they were shot. So I treasure them a lot. I think they're very fragile, beautiful little documents of history. So anyway, hope you've enjoyed it. And I hope to see you guys soon in the next live stream. Who knows what sort of topic we gonna get done in the next live stream. But until then, enjoy your summer. Enjoy the heat. Try not to melt. And I'll see you all in the next one. Subscribe, thumb up the video, and never give up on love. Bye.